especially on Chester and Yawi's part. Ang ganda rin kasi ng ginagawa nila Edward eh. Kumbaga, kapag ka nag-lock up ng ultimate dito si Lolita, si Chester, ang ginagawa ni Edward, inuultihan niya din pabalik.
Oo.
So that everyone gets forced back din. Na parang, sige, ulti ka. Mahuhuli kang dalawa sa amin, pero kapag ka nag-ulti din ako, patas tayo. Walang makakalapit, walang makakalamang. Patas lang.
Exactly. And pansin mo, after nung ulti din ni MB, ni Edward, may follow-up naman. After no ulti din ni si Yawi naman, yung setup after Chester. So, parang never nag-initiating na Tyrant's Rage itong si Yawi eh.
Never.
Lagi siyang pang follow-up.
Never. Pero ito, ang ganda ng huli na to for Eson, but he didn't really pull the trigger as medyo malayo yung mga members niya dito, yung mga
3v4 to, 3v5.
Blacklist International, but there's the knock-up. Nagkahulihan na sila dito. Yawi will be the target. Don't really think that's the best target to go for as H2O is here. Nominal Blast will connect on 2 and look at this. The turnaround. What is this team fight? What is happening right now? Full Clip is the first one to go down. Let us see kung ano pa ang mangyayari. Star Power Lockdown, binato ng malayo doon kay H2O. H2O will shrug it off. Tignan natin kung paano pa nila i-secure dito yung kill kay Dexter. And how will Edward save his ally? Save his ally! Look at that execution coming out from MB. MB dito, napapatakbo na. Chester dito, sinapak ni Aqua. Aqua dito, napapatakbo na din. Ang daming nangyayari sa team fight. Ang daming nangyayari. Hinikutan pa! Hinikutan! Eson!
Oh my God! H2O using that Tempest of Blades para makadodge sa Star Power Lockdown. Grabe namang save yun. Kapatiran kung kapatiran. Talo pa si Jack and Rose. Grabe naman si Kuya Eson.
Sabihin na natin to, NXP solid, they're getting their way, but still, Blacklist International, ang ganda ng mga reactions nila.
Subukan lang i-breakdown to kasi ang gulo talaga ng fight. Actually, butik, medyo kalahati na nga pala to. So ito na yung dulong-dulo. That save by Eson, grabe with the super slow motion. I got you, fam. I got you.
Tinapos ni Eson ang dapat tapusin. Kumbaga, si Eson yung awat.
Oo, awat
yung
na.
Alam mo yung
bouncer.
Boy, pagka nagkakambulan na, syempre, anong gagawin mo, pre?
You need to call.
Aawat ka, si Eson pumagit na. Tol, tama na, tol.
Tama na.
Tol, ayoko na.
Ayan, pag may away kayo, si Eson tawagin nyo.
Si Eson tumapos
may away sa basketball court sa barangay.
Yan, si Eson ang tagapagtanggol. Eson, what a play.
What a play.
This guy.
Alam mo, nakita ko dito, sobrang parang rubber band. Parang tinutulak ng NXP yung limits nila. Tapos yung Blacklist tumutulak lagi pabalik. And same happens when Blacklist does something, yung NXP parang hindi mo naman ma-takedown ng kompleto. Kasi ang kunat na din ng lineup nila.
Aqua dito getting the Queen's Wings. He's really trying to go for these engagements. Aqua dito, mahuhuli sana ni Yawi. But still, look at that kick!
Wow!
Wow!
Oh!
Oy! Nagkasipaan pa nga pero nahuli dito si... Oh, look at that connection!
Grabe!
Oh
Ano ba
my
to?
goodness! Aqua! Aqua yung monster! Ano nangyari doon? Ano nangyari doon?
Please lang pa-replay nun. Ang daming nangganap doon sa labanan na yun. Pinapanood ko doon si Full Clip actually. Ang dami yung dinudge. And si Aqua talaga, hindi ko Grabe. Anyway, here we go, another Lord. Yung starting, akala mo mamatayin si Aqua, sinipa pa niya papasok ng Torres H2O, doon nagsimula lahat.
Okay, tama yung idea ng NXP Solid eh.
Tama nga.
Sila yung nakakalamang doon.
Oo.
Sila yung nakakalamang doon. Papasok si H2O yung mag-clean up. But at that point na pumasok siya, hindi naging enough yung damage niya. He was put in a spot na pwede siyang sipain paloob pa dun sa base ng Blacklist International.
To the tower.
To the tower. And may Tempest of Blade siya, pero Eson dito and the others, ito yung tinatawag na pre, kung nanonood ka ng anime, ito yung True Zone.
The True Zone.
The True Zone para sa side ng Blacklist International. Na nakikita nila yung ginagawa ng teammate nila.
Interesting.
Nakikita nila ginagawa ng teammate nila. Tapos si Eson, nung nakita niya... Ito. Sige.
Ay, hindi. Tapos na.
Okay.
Ito na yung after mag-clean up ng Blacklist. Siguro na late lang yung nanonood din siguro.
Oo, pero wala na-hype eh. Pero
na-hype.
Aqua doon. Aqua, what a player.
Aqua, para kang, alam mo yung tulog ka, tapos ginising ka, tapos sinuntok mo yung gumising sa'yo. Nasuntok mo. Parang ganun nangyari.
Ganun.
Tulog kami, huy! Tapos nasipa mo sa torre. It's weird. It's a good amount of reaction. It's a good reaction to what was supposed to be a bad thing for Blacklist.
Pero ito lang sabihin ko, kahit anong mangyari dito sa laban na to, ang ganda ng game 1 na to.
Grabe yung game 1 na
Ang
to.
ganda ng game 1
Pang
na to.
finals.
And look at this, the flicker in, nahuli nila dito si Dexter. Dexter, hinahabol siya ni MB. Edward and the others, how will they fight this? That is the question. How will they end? Ito kasi yung nakikita natin na usually medyo tumatagal for this MPL. Kung papaano mo i-close down yung game.
At magandang test din to para sa Blacklist kung kaya ba nilang ma-close down against NXP yung ganitong klaseng lamang. Because right now, hindi naman sobrang solid nung lamang ng Blacklist. NXP is only behind 5,000 gold. At sa puntong ito, feeling ko halos 4 items completed na din halos lahat ng NXP solid members. So, kaya nilang mag-team fight pa rin talaga.
Alam mo, si Rene J dito, kating-kating natin, 253 siya. He has the capability to burst down anyone sa may mapa dito. Pero kasi, the amount of control na meron sila kay Rene J, lalo na yung Akai, yun talaga yung literal na hindi nagbibigay ng opening para sa isang Hellcurt.
Yep. And it also has immortality, so medyo mahirap na ding mag-rely on just one assassination attempt. Kailangan it's going to have to be the cleanup para maging effective si Rene J. And I don't think that's gonna be possible. Considering Eson, sobrang, oh my God, sobrang instrumental sa laban na to, I have to say.
Instrumental, kahit acapella, isama mo na.
Tama.
Pero alam mo, si Chester dito, tsaka si Eson. Ayan, sige, palukan
hampasan
kayo.
tayo.
Best, palukan tayo, best.
Espada sa'yo, ito.
Oh.
Hahammer sa akin.
Paluan lang sila
Paluan
dito.
lang
And
yun,
tingnan mo naman yung ginagawa ni Edward dito. They're just pushing back etong side ng NXP Solid. So may tatlong tao dito to the side of Blacklist International na nakaabang sa may purple ng isang ni H2O on the side of NXP Solid. So yun talaga yung pinakagagawin nila dito. They will try to get yung mga resources ni H2O dito para kahit papano malimit yung fighting power niya.
And taking down the purple, malaking bagay laban sa isang link.
Alam mo yon, kumbaga yung firepower mo, sabihin na lang natin, nandiyan na naman na yung damage kay H2O eh. Nasa kanya na yung items. But the thing is, kung tatanggalin mo sa kanya yung buff na yon,
Yung mobility niya.
yung mobility niya talagang malilesen.
Tama.
Yung damage yan pero mobility will be lessened.
And that's a big thing. Especially if you're a link player, you know na pag wala kang purple, napakahirap talagang gumalaw sa mapa. And yun yung susubukang gawin ng Blacklist ngayon. Actually, ngayon nga, kahit ako, dapat yata nakawin na lang ni H2O yung purple nila ngayon sa sa Blacklist. Kasi you need it. You really need that buff.
At kanina pa tayo nakatutok kay Eson dito. Sa totoo lang, yan yung life motto ko ngayon eh.
Ano?
I'm not fat, just chubby.
Just chubby. Ayos.
Pero ano naman, saktong init lang si Eson dito. I mean, Eson is... Pero
Oy,
sa
may nahuli.
sila dito. And they will get Aqua. Aqua will go down. Nice pick off from the side of
Good
NXP
pick off
Solid.
from
Ang ganda
NXP.
na ginawa ni Rene J doon. Pinadilim niya yung paligid. Para talagang sure. Nasa kanila yung kill.
Tapos meron pang bouncing baby ball sa ibabaw mo. Wala kang talagang
Might
takas
as well,
doon.
di ba? Might as well. Kung ikaw si Rene J at that point, gagamitin mo na lang yun para wala na makabackup eh.
That's true. And here we go. Another big one here on the purple buff area na naman. Eson pushing back the Yawi. Pero kaya mo bang lumaban nung kulang kayo ng isang Aqua? Titignan ngayon ng NXP kung kaya nilang i-secure itong Lord na to. The zone is real para sa NXP.
Now, ang tanong dito for the side of NXP Solid, is this safe? Remember, you are still going up against a Lancelot. Turn Rose, Retribution, yun yung puhunan yan. Full clip dito, where is he? He's really trying to go for this, and Edward dito will go down. He has the immortality, pero look at this, si MB nandun lang sa my Lord. He's gonna go in. Kulang dito yung side ng Blacklist International. Luminon Blast on 2. And look at this. What is going to happen? Kaya ba nila mabaliktad to? Play after play for both teams. Rene J dito falling very low. He will go down. Nakapunto dito
Nakabalik
para
si
kay
Aqua.
Aqua. And Aqua dito looking really strong. Tingnan natin kung paano
Rubber band
to.
eh.
And that is going to be the rubber band.
Sabi ko sa'yo, rubber band lang
Grabe
nangyayari
yung
dito
laban
pa
na to.
ulit-ulit, di ba?
Ang gaganda ng mga ulti nila sa isa't isa.
Oo, pero walang nata-takedown
Walang
agad-agad.
nata-takedown.
Tapos, yung backup galing sa base, dumating na.
I mean, may mga immortality kasi.
Oo.
Kaya talagang yung laban na yon, it's not about winning the game. It's about taking off yung mga immortality.
And I think nangyari na yon for Blacklist. Dalawa sa kanila ngayon, walang immortality, si Eson at si Edward.
So that is a comfortable position for the side of NXP Solid, if you agree.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Kasi,
Lalo ngayon, no? Tingnan mo.
Next time nalalaban sila dito, unless palipasin nila yung opening na yon na mag-cooldown ulit yung immortality, medyo magkakaroon na talaga sila ng may lamang talaga sila. Hindi
Oo.
medyo, may lamang talaga sila.
So time is of the essence
Time is
para
of the
dun sa mga
essence.
immortality counter. So pag kulang ng immortality yung ayan no, itemization looking like almost everyone from NXP right now has that. And I think malaking bagay din na timer yon for Blacklist na nawala yung mga yon. It's weird for me na hindi agad lumalaban yung NXP. That's what I want to see from these guys right now. Just fight right away while Blacklist is waiting for the counter.
Pero meron na naman pick off yung dalawa doon sa may taas. It's going to be Renegade and H2. Sino ang hinuhuli nila dito? They actually catch Edward, and
Ayun na
Edward
nga.
dito will go down. Pero doon din sa kabila, meron din silang pick off, and that is going to be a Nominal Blast getting missed. Pero at least a kill going to the side of NXP Solid dito. Edward getting caught out. Itong combination talaga na to, yung H2 Renegade combination. Maghahanap sila talaga ng pick-off. And Bruce Queen kanila in terms of damage. Not really on the stunts. It's all about the damage.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, take advantage of Edward's immortality down. And yun nga ang ginawa ng NXP. Now, you're gonna go for the Lord. Half HP, inaabangan, kinikip lang nila. Ayaw nila pa-reset. Eson, naghahanap ng timing, ng opportunity. Pumasok. Si Aqua sa likod, lumalaban agad.
And look at this. Eson dito with the Hurricane Dance. Nahuli siya dito sa may gilid. H2O getting locked down. The question is, saan si Full Clip? Paano gagawa ng paraan ni Full Clip to? Blacklist International, they're falling really low dito sa mga members. And nahuli dito si Full Clip sa may kabila, and he uses Phantom Execution. Does he have enough to get away? Yes, he does. Eson dito
Ito na ang
trying to
momentum.
assist his ally. This is a 3v5 situation. Blacklist International, how will you fight this? That is the question. Can you contest? Can you contest?
Ayun na, hinabol na and si Renegade ang nahuli nila Edward dito with a Desert Tornado by Edward. Lord is still 40%. They are gonna try to go for it. Ayaw bitawan ng Blacklist.
Ang layo ni Full Clip dito. Full Clip, can he make it in time? Does the Retribution go in for Full Clip? Full Clip dito! Asa yung Retribution?
Oh, no, Edward!
Of Edward! And that will be a steal! Full Clip dito will go down! Does it matter though? Does it matter? Yun yung tanong. Nagmamatter ba? Kasi at this point on, pwede ata idiretso dito ng NXP Solid to.
That is the case, pero the problem is, again, the Lord is going to be on side of Blacklist on the mid lane. Naubos ang miyembro ng Blacklist dito. And H2O with Tempest Blaze knocks up this Edward. And ako, wala kang immortality. You are gonna get stunned
Ayan na
up.
naman! Ayan na naman!
Oh
Yung
my
taga-awat! Yung taga-awat! Tama na, pre! Tama na!
Tama na, pre!
Tama na!
Grabe yung... Ano ba naman yung epekto ng ano na to? Ng akay na to? Grabe naman talaga.
Game number 1 pa lang!
Game 1 pa lang to, mga
Kakasimula
kaibigan.
pa lang ng araw namin, huy! Awat!
Awat ng konti. Eto, the money play. They were all looking at Full Clip, pero hindi nila alam si Edward pala ang tatapos with the Desert Tornado proc. Man, that was unexpected. Akala ko talaga NXP Lord na yun eh. That was a high level play. And for both teams,
Inaabangan ko yung Retribution for both teams. Retribution.
And yung NXP, inaabangan din yung retry.
Yeah.
Sa totoo lang.
Retribution yung inaabangan ko at that point. To be honest, it's all about the Retribution at that point on. Yung isang bar na yon, that was really just Retribution na pwede mong pindutin, you secure it, and you get the Lord. But
Yep.
for Edward, hindi niya tinanggal sa mata niya yung Lord na yon. NXP was there. They're doing their jobs.
Yes.
Ang ganda ng pacing
Ganda.
nila.
Tatlong miyembro ng NXP yun ang kumbaga hinihila nila si Full Clip.
Hinihila nila si
Tatlong
Full Clip.
miyembro. Nakahawak sa kamay,
Oo.
pati sa leeg yata, nahawakan na nila.
Nahawakan na talaga doon si Full Clip. Wala nang Retribution.
Wala
Ang ganda na ginagawa ng
Oo,
NXP Solid.
Perfect na yun eh.
But, the thing is, you take one person into account. Full Clip. You do not take into account itong Edward.
Oo,
Edward, man oh man, if you think that Kyrie or Full Clip is the only reason kung bakit nananalo yung Blacklist International ngayon. Think again.
Mali.
You have Edward. You have Aqua.
Nakakalin lang, no?
And
Yung damage.
And with the support of Dexter and Eson, man, oh man, this team is really strong. But onto the other side din naman,
Laban
they
ulit.
have Yawi who keeps on going for this good initiations. They don't have enough damage, but still, it's their MB dito. Siya yung magiging target. And do you think na si MB ngayon yung hero niya na Balmond? Medyo di ba?
It's starting to...
It's starting to expire.
Yes.
Kumbaga.
Kasi yun naman talaga yung Balmond for mid-game. Eson, kaya mong tatlo, hindi mo kaya ang 5. Immortality goes down and he will be executed by MB. The lethal counter.
A bit of an opening for the side of NXP Solid, and this is what I like about this game. Walang nagpapapigil. Walang nagpapasindak. Laban kung laban. They know they are capable of winning this game. Pareho sila dito. And they will just go for it.
Only wave clear lang gagawin dito ng blacklist eh, no?
And alam mo, this is ang layo nito dun sa first meeting nila.
Oo,
ang layo nito first meeting nila. And you know that talagang merong pinaglalaban si NXP Solid. That is going to be Edward going down. Look at that initiation coming out from NXP Solid.
Yep.
This is the opening. Aqua dito. Mafi-flicker out ba siya? And he used the Shinpo to get out of harm's way. 2 members dito are down for the side of Blacklist International. Will this cost them? That is the question. Full clip dito. Does he get away? No, he doesn't. He goes down. And I think for NXP Solid, this is going to be their win. Magkakaroon kaya ng def dito, yung side ng Blacklist International. And yes, they do!
What?
Na-def pa nila yun!
Na-def pa nila yun! Wow! I would have... Wow! Paano pa napatagal? Pero, of course, malapit naman si H2O and there's still 40 seconds on some members of Blacklist dito. So I think NXP can still go for it. Pero the waves, the minion waves are so far away now.
No, Rose Gold Meteor, kumuha na si kumuha na si Full Clip.
Kinakawawa si Full Clip dito.
Sabi niya,
Agat.
Sabi niya, tol, kailangan ko na.
Sakit eh.
Sakit eh. Wala tayong magagawa eh. Medyo...
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pero Ibang
resilience ng Blacklist dito. Pero, ito yung sinasabi ko. This was a big, sabi mo, it was a big difference from what was happening when they first met up. And I'm trying to think of bakit kaya ganun. First of all, they are not respecting the Yawi Kufra right now. I think yung Kufra ni Yawi, sobrang hirap na hirap si Full Clip sa late game. Same with Aqua, same with Edward. Everyone's just having a hard time with this, and I think letting go of the Kufra is a big mistake for Blacklist.
Oh, yung first... Kaya, there's a reason why first pick ng NXP Solid yung Kufra na yan. And there's a reason why other teams put a bit of emphasis.
Usually, first ban nga, di ba?
Oh, first ban.
Kahapon, first ban.
Kasi they do not want this certain pressure na nadadala na Yawi sa may mapa. Grabe, pinapakita niya dito yung mga walling niya.
Oo. To the window, to the wall.
To the window, to the wall. Rene J, sabihin na natin dito, Rene J is not having a good time. But still, ang laking factor pa rin ng Dark Knight Falls.
Yun lang actually. Aside from Dark Knight Falls, obviously split pushing, he has the tools to do it. Yung 3-7-9 na yan, it doesn't matter. You just need to do your job by blinding everyone and making sure that you can secure people on the team fight. And this Lord...
Ito na naman yung Lord na to. Ito na naman eh. Ito na naman tayo
Malayo pa ang Blacklist. Kaya ba lang humabol? Eson! Todo zone na
naman!
Wow!
That was a good dominant blast. The Lord goes to who? It goes to Full Clip. Pero here comes the Calvary. Tignan natin dito kung mababawi ba ng NXP Solid yung ninakaw sa kanila. There is that rock potion going for Eson. But it doesn't really matter as Aqua will go down as well. Dalawang member na lang ang buhay dito for the side of Blacklist International. NXP Solid, can they close this down? That is the question. Wave clear, asaan? Asaan ang Hurricane Dance? Numinon Blast on 2. They catch them both. Will they go down?
Cancel!
Wala na silang pakialam. They go straight for the base.
Wait!
Kakayanin ba nila tapusin to? Yung minions hindi
Walang minions na naman!
Yung Lord! Yung Lord! Oh my goodness!
H2!
H2O! Maraming salamat!
Oh my God! Natapos din! Oh my God! Grabe yun! Ayaw pa no? Ayaw pa magpabasag nung base talaga. Sa totoo lang, sabi ng base, I'm too young! I'm too young to die! And the Lord was almost enough. It was almost enough to go for the defense. Pero sabi ng Black, ng NXP, you know what? Tapos na to. Tapusin natin lahat na. Ibato na natin lahat. Itulak natin kailangan itulak. Let's go for the base. And they got it in the end.
So clearly, ladies and gentlemen, may magbabago sa pangyayari dito
Iba na.
sa pangalawang paghaharap nila. Last time, it was a 2-0. But this time around, NXP Solid, they secure 1 win. Now, we don't know kung aabot to ng Game 2 at makukuha ba ng NXP Solid yung 2-0. But, what we do know is, pupunta tayo ng Game 2 para malaman kung ano nga ba yung mga bagay na pwede pang adjust at gawin dito ng Blacklist International. Pero ako, alam mo, naaawa ako para kay Shinbu.
Bakit?
Ang daming kailangan himayin doon.
Oo.
Pero Shin, alam ko isa kang capable na analyst.
Isa kang bihasang manunuri.
Isa kang bihasang manunuri.
Oo.
So, pakita mo sa amin kung paano mo hihimayin yung larong yon.
Di lang talaga capable, papable din. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was witness mula sa NXP versus Blacklist International. At hindi na natin patatagalin to dahil sobrang daming ganap. Silipin muna natin kaagad yung item builds ng mga players natin. I would like to point out first is of that pick of the Akai sa may later part, no? Akai is very, very rewarding here. Especially nung nag-fall off na yung mga katulad nila Kari, nila Kimi at yung mga marksman natin. It's very rewarding because you can really get everything mula dito sa side ng NXP. Lahat dyan nakaranas ng crowd control mula sa Akai ni Ison. Kaya it makes a lot of sense. Now, the best part about here, kahit ignorin nyo na yung bronze performance kay Aqua, alam mo yon, these very rare games kung saan lahat ng players magagaling. Yes, lahat ng players, they really played at the top of their game. Yes, even Chester, ladies and gentlemen, Chester did the final setup and I think the game-winning setup para sa laban na yon. On to the post-game, I think we have a very chunky bars mula dun sa mga players natin. Ito na nga po. And of course, it came mainly from our course kay Full Clip tsaka kila Edward. It is totally standard, ladies and gentlemen. And on this part, ang kailangan yung pansinin dyan is hindi po yung bars. Kasi yung mga bars na yan, that is just relative comparison ng mga players natin. Kung ako, pansinin nyo yung mga numero. Look at that, 124,000 na damage dealt on by Edward. Here's the interesting fact though, 85,000 lamang mula sa core talaga dito ng Blacklist International. Though naramdaman na naman natin na napaka-impacting ni Full Clip mula sa Blacklist International. Still, alam niyo yung hindi talaga rin siya binigyan ng madaling freedom dito ng NXP. Lalot pa, mga kaibigan, na ang pinaka-performing players ng laro talaga natin ay ang dalawang tanks natin, and that would be of Yawi and Eson. Ladies and gentlemen, that is of Yawi and Eson. Sa totoo lang, para sa akin, personal MVP ko is any of the two. Depende na lang kung sino ang mananalo dito. At kung yung mga tanks nagpa-flourish talaga with their crowd controls, with their setups, kung may stats nga lang sana tayo ng stun amount of crowd control per game, siguro yun, grabe sila Yawi tsaka sila Eson. And for this case, nanalo yung NXP, and that is clearly because of Yawi. 300,000 on the damage na nakuha niya. Ganun din naman kay Eson. Mas lamang din naman si Eson talaga dito. No, kasi Eson is more of info, yung playstyle ni Eson dito. Sige, silipin na natin yung smart highlights of the game para makita niyo yung playstyle ni Eson dito. Eson goes more on information and actually diving too much para malaman kung nasan yung pwesto ng NXP. Whereas Yawi here, Yawi is all about setup, no? As in. Actually, I'm starting to dislike Yawi simula pa nung napakarami niyang pasali sa mga previous games niya and underperforming quite on the Atlas, on other heroes. But back to his original Kufra ni Yawi, this is a very focused game for him. I was very focused on the game. Wala akong nakitang teleport. Wala akong nakitang emotes. All I saw was setup and greatness and good play mula kay Yawi. And that is commendable performance, ladies and gentlemen. Yan ang tunay na magpapamahal sa'yo sa mga fans, especially if you are an MPL player. The plays that you've delivered in this game. Now, yung mga highlights natin dito, no? Gusto ko lang balikan yung mga notes natin. I want to look. There are so many fights that was witnessed here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, ito yung mga early fights natin. We are actually on the 5-minute mark. And that is highlighted by the objective security mula sa side ng Blacklist International. Pero mula pa lang dyan, makikita nyo na kaagad yung setup na nagagawa ni Yawi, di ba? Kasi multiple members ng Blacklist. Pero kahit masalo ng Blacklist yung mga setup ni Yawi dito, ayun okay lang nasusurvive nila. Pero ito, panimula pa lang yan. Hindi natin nakalain, patikim pa lang yan. Ang napapansin ko lang though is that masyadong nasa-sacrifice si Full Clip, no? On securing those objectives. So makikita mo, magugulat tayo, wow! Something has been, Lord has been slain, Turtle has been slain, na-secure ni Full Clip. Pero he is cornered towards the crowd control. No? And there are instances sa laro kung saan nung nahuli si Full Clip, napaka-rewarding. Ito, look at that. That is the cut done by Eson here. Ladies and gentlemen, onto the side, mula sa Gedli. Actually, may mga na-miss na kayo na part sa laban na yan. It was of that a very, very quick kick mula kay Aqua after siya mahuli, no? And after the attempt of H2 na patulan si Aqua. Ito naman may gusto ko banggitin dito. You can actually look at how Full Clip here is quite late. At ang ganda ng anticipation ni Chester, no? Ayan yung anticipation ni Chester sa pagpasok ni Full Clip dito. And by this moment, nahuli na si Full Clip dito, no? It would have been a very different story. This is actually a highlight game para rin syempre kay Edward. Kuha ni Edward, yung Lord, mga kaibigan, and he flickered very early here, di ba? At yun na nga, nahuli si Full Clip doon. Merong isang pagkakamali dun si Full Clip. Ang hirap mahanap nung pagkakamali ng mga players natin dahil sobrang dami ang naganap sa laban. But the thing there is that actually nung nilaban yung Lord na yun, Full Clip was attempting to get the red buff nung time na yun. Akala niya hindi na ilalaban yung Lord and parang i-clear yung Lord, bigay na lang natin sa NXP. But it's a very different story. We have here is also another fight into the Lord. And man, we are in a 33-minute game. There were so many highlights na nadaanan actually para sa laban na to. Pero I think it was on the catch towards Eson, no? Sa huling fight that was in the mid lane. And it was a very, very wise use. It was a very, very wise use of Dark Knight Falls ni Rene J. After napansin niyang umikot kaagad ng napakaaga si Eson. Alam natin na kapag nag-hurricane dance na yung Akay, anytime soon, lalo pa pag nag-hurricane dance patakbo, and you have enough movement speed, you can chase him down. After mag-hurricane dance ng Akay mga tol, isa na lang yung skill niya, and that would be of the 1,000-pounder. Pwede nyo pa rin habulin yon. Movement speed beats dash. Natatalo ng movement speed yung dash na yon. Now we get our MVP here. We got H2, mga kaibigan. Pero sa akin, I think my MVP would be of Yawi para dito. It's no surprise though. Ang hirap talaga maspatan kung sino ang pinaka-top performing player sa laban na yon. And actually, ang ganda nung laban na yon. Lahat performed really well. And even Chester, kung saan mapapansin nyo na may mga early feeds and early kills kay Chester. Kasi yung pagkapatay kay Chester, parang ano na lang siya parang butal ng mga team fights Kaya parang medyo may pagka-lackluster. Pero yung last team fight, may nahuli si Chester sa gitna. Hindi lang natin nasilip doon sa highlights. It was very, very impacting. And I also want to emphasize one thing here. Ito talaga. Ito yung, kung ano yung napanood nyo kanina mula sa laban na yun. And that would be of presence of mind. Sa laban na yun, napakataas ng presence of mind ng mga players natin. Mula sa Blacklist, mula sa NXP, mula sa side ni Yawi, kahit kay Eson, kahit kay Aqua, ang sarap mapanood ng mga pro players natin at the top of their game. Katotohanan yan, mga kaibigan. And in that game, I think that game alone, parang ang sarap kalimutan ng mga trash talkan, ng mga bounters sa sa mga unang linggo natin sa social media. And just, I think this is a game that calls for respect para sa NXP because they played it really well. Kahit ano man yung maging resulta nun, kahit nga matalo sila. Usapang MPL na tayo, mga tol. Bren lang malakas. Unstoppable at their current form, which team has a chance to defeat them? Share insights and get a chance to win skins worth 269 diamonds. #BeLegendary. At ito ang nabanggit ng ating mga manunood. Mula kay Roel, wala siyang apelido. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay Next Play Predator Solid dahil malakas sila. Medyo ano pa yan, sa stats medyo may question pa tayo dyan. Magandang pickings and mahusay gumawa ng strategy sa laro. Higit sa lahat, tumatawa yung mga casters magaling mag-TikTok. Hirap maging basehan nito, paring Roel. But still, congratulations. Sa isa pang usapang MPL natin na entry, we have Mariel Bugasto Castillo. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Blacklist International. Uy, dahil sila ang may kakayahang makatalo sa kanila. Napaka-zen nung sagot sapagkat mayroon silang kakaibang strategy bawat game at may sapat na kakayahan si Full Clip. Naniniwala rin ako kay Full Clip. Pero ang Bren, hindi lang sa core yung lakas nila. Alright, let's have another one. We have Joel Zinampan Jr. Ang koponan na posibleng makatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Blacklist International. Kung linis ng gameplay lang ang pag-uusapan ay Aura. Siguro ang pinakamalapit. Pero malaki ang bilang ng unique heroes ng Blacklist ngayon. That is a very interesting insight, Joel Zinampan Jr. Sa totoo lang, ang dami nating hindi alam sa MPL. And even though kahit anong aral natin, kahit anong pagkilala natin sa mga pro players, I'm not saying huwag kayong mag-aral, no? I'm saying aralin nyo yan. Pero all the more na mas marami kayong alam, tas na sorpresa kayo, mas satisfying. Yan ang ating giveaway code, mga tol. We have ongoing giveaways mula sa MPL, especially with regards to our mythical raffle draw. And actually, you know, magandang bigayan natin mula dito nga mula sa Munton syempre. Di tulad ng huling season, ang Mythical Raffle Draw ngayong season ay magsisimula sa unang linggo nga. Nangyari na yon and continues until the end of the playoffs. Kung lumagpas tayo ng 10,000 participants dun sa Mythical Raffle Draw natin, we will be issuing an additional giveaway code na nakita nyo na dyan kanina pa after every game. So keep submitting your entries, no? Meron tayong 5 players na mananalo and each will receive a skin package at ito yung gusto ko banggitin kaya ako may Real Me dito, no? Atlas Reactor Core, Farsa People's Dance, Kufra, Gentleman Thief, Yisun Shin, Rugish Ranger, Roger, Phantom, Pirate. No? So bakit ito yung mga skins na to ang pinili nating ipamigay? Dahil ito ang most banned heroes ng Blacklist International. Ayan. So paalala lang na kailangan nyong makapag-participate and fill up 5 different forms para makasali kayo sa buong Season 6 super unique mythical prize draw. Sa dulo yan ng regular season natin. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, sumali na kayo kada linggo. Here's the form for that week. That's bit.ly/mrd-w6. I would have wished na sana mas mahaba yung oras natin dito. And I think sulit na sulit ang mga content creators natin, ang mga analysts natin, and everyone who's watching this game, they know, do it. Provide insight, create content regarding that game because that one is for the books. At kaya ko rin gusto mapahaba to para makabuel at makapagpahinga din yung mga casters natin kasi napalaban, mga kaibigan. Pero that has been my segment, solo analyst segment. Ship with the one for an eye. Kayo naman, mga casters.
Gusto niyo pa pala patagalin eh. Back to you, Shinbu.
Back to you, Shinbu! Ay, bawal.
Bawal. This is time para umabot tayo ng game number 2. Game 1 pa lang, huy. Awat
Game 1.
Awat ng content. Pero, yeah, I think this is what makes the MPL really special. Itong mga games na to. Now, sinabi natin Shinbu to, pero I do agree. This goes beyond any beef sa internet, any social media post. And this is why we have fun with the MPL.
That's right.
Diba?
Talk is just talk.
Talk is just
Iba yung
talk.
ginagawa mo, iba yung pinapakita mo talaga sa battlefield.
At saka ang daming ang dami kong nababasa about analysts, you know, everything. And can we all just enjoy and appreciate itong mga games na katulad nito? This is the essence of the MPL. And I really think that pinakita yon ng NXP Solid and ang Blacklist with that single game. And it's not the only game na ganun katindi. There are games din talaga na, alam mo yun, or that goes beyond those certain points. So, yeah, a bit of a disclaimer there, but at the same time, you know what? NXP Solid, 1 win away from actually returning the favor.
Oo.
Kumbaga, balik-balik lang yan eh. Kumbaga, the spirit of giving andito na eh. Bare months na eh.
Tama. And it's a good possibility considering that the form that they showed right now, na kahit na medyo nalugi sila sa simula, they were able to really keep it up. And yung sinasabi natin tungkol kay H2O, yung consistent na gameplay, whether or not talagang hirap yung team nyo mag-control ng mapa o hindi, talagang yung KDA niya 8-1 pa rin. Parang walang nangyari. Parang hindi sila nalugi nung simula. 'Di ba? So, there's a power, there's really that trait of a certain player na hindi, it's good about him is consistency.
Yeah. And yung Kufra talaga is really good against the Khalid. It's really good against yung Lance.
Kawawa talaga yung Lance. Even the show actually hirap din eh.
Oo, kumbaga, the certain capability na dapat lalabas pa nung Khalid, Lance, at Cho,
Napuputol lagi.
napuputol lagi dahil kay Kufra. And
That's true.
that certain Kufra pick really just changed a lot of things dito for the side of NXP Solid. Kung iisipin mo yung tatlong core, kaya mong i-pressure na hindi nila magawa yung gusto nila gawin, that is a big thing for the side of NXP
That's
Solid.
true. Plus, isa pa, napansin ko din, a lot of those games kanina, yung Hurricane Dance, na-cancel din ni Yawi nung Tyrant's Revenge.
Actually, ang dami ng
Halos,
ng
ang dami best nangyari yun.
Ang dami ng beses. And yung Tempest of Blades din.
Diba? It's like, ang daming pang-cancel nung team na to, and that's a good lineup, I would say.
That's a good lineup,
Draft-wise, NXP really got it.
Props.
I'm surprised na patagal ng blacklist ng ganun yun.
Props to the team and YOLO for actually making that happen. Pero, alam nyo, Blacklist International, they have something in mind.
They do.
I'm sure na hindi matatahimik ang
reserba
Blacklist
yan.
International dito.
Oo.
I don't think na kung magto 2-0 man ang NXP Solid dito, they really have to go through a good draft and good execution.
That's true.
That's the only time na matuto 2-0 yung Blacklist. Pero Blacklist International, ramdam ko na hindi nila hahayaan yun eh.
Tingin ko din.
Hindi nila hahayaan yun.
They're definitely going to be on the road here for Blacklist. We have seen a lot of different lineups being utilized by Blacklist. That was only one. Blacklist is one of the teams that has a lot of unique heroes. Sabi nga din sa usapang MPL, hindi lang tayo nakakapansin nito, pati mga viewers pansin nila. Grabe naman yung lineups na ginamit ng Blacklist each and every week. And they know that there is a lot more na hindi pinapakita.
That is true. But right now, Blacklist International will take away that show. Kanina
Wala.
sila yung gumamit. Ngayon, hindi na nila papalusutin. And still, no Kufra ban.
No Kufra ban.
No
I
Kufra
am
ban.
so surprised by this. Either that or plano nilang sila kumuha. Because if they don't take it, expect the insta-lock from NXP here.
I don't think na kukunin ng Blacklist International yung straight up dun sa first pick nila. Kasi ang daming pwede. May Yuzhong, may Farsa.
Farsa, exactly. It's a difficult trade,
It's
right?
a difficult trade na kailangan mo ding isipin kung ano yung kukunin dito ng side ng Blacklist International. Kasi it will set the draft. And I mean, pwede naman siguro nila kunin yung Farsa Farsa muna. Tapos NXP Solid, bigay nila yung Kufra. That will give Kufra a bit of pressure as well.
Yep,
So,
they go for the Farsa and you know what's up.
Ako naniniwala ako ano to eh. Kufra Khalid.
Pwede din silang kumuha ng counter naman. Yan, insta-lock na agad yung
Kufra Tams.
Not
Okay, it's a
surprised.
possibility. Not
So-
surprised. Ang ina-expect ko actually, Khalid. Pero Tams is actually a good option
Tams is
for
actually
the side
pretty
of
good.
NXP Solid.
Aside from magandang pick yun for the likes of MB or Renegade, it's also a good deny. Laban kay Edward.
And that's going to be a Khalid since walang nagsalita.
Oo, Khalid's gonna be the pick.
Yun yung ganun ma-dictate. Ganun ma-dictate kung paano mo malalaman na napili si Khalid at si
Yep.
Yuzhong.
Walang nagsalita.
Walang nagsalita.
Walang announcer.
Walang announcer.
Yuzhong wala pa.
Yuzhong
Wala
din.
pa,
Wala
no?
din
Oo.
Yuzhong.
Sige, abangan natin.
Alam ko wala eh. Kasi nung nagkas kami naman yun last time, inaabangan namin eh.
Ganun din.
Tapos after na nag-usap ko, asa yung Yuzhong?
Ayun pala yun. Wala talaga. Coming soon. Bini-record pa eh.
Hindi record pa.
So, H2O picking up the Lancelot this time around. Again, palitan lang naman itong mga to sa Lance tsaka no? Sa Lee. They have both very competent, the best, I would say, some of the best carries in the league. And you know what? Put them onto the high skill cap heroes tulad nila Lancelot at tulad nitong si Ling. So we will definitely see a big change up. No more Renegade Hellcurt. I think it's a good adjustment for Blacklist to remove that Hellcurt. On the other side, they are going to need to ban out some tanks.
According to my stats, Rockhart, hindi gaano pinipili na NXP Solid itong Lance. It's not part of their top 10 picks. And this is actually kind of the first time na makikita. Not really the first time, pero probably the first time or second time na makikita natin to. And for NXP Solid kasi, yung thumbs nila, meron tong 66.67% win rate. May 3 games siya. dito for their side. So
Overall,
right now,
yeah.
they can get more out of this. Kumbaga, komportable sila sa mga ganitong setup.
And for the most part, I would say a lot of teams actually have a high win rate on the stamps. Kaya that's why always first rotation yan. Kung hindi siya nababan, usually expect mo na yan on the either first pick or the first 2 picks on the red side. Now, the Chester, the Lolita ban is something that confuses me a little bit kasi what does that mean? What does that mean for Blacklist? Are they thinking about locking in something like a solid na machine gun mage like a Lunox, or are they still expecting a Cyclops pick, or are they trying to pick up a Cyclops? That's what I'm thinking about.
It's probably more of a respect, or not really a respect ban, but the idea of the isolation zoning technique na ginagawa kanina nung Lolita. It really was an idea na parang ang hirap lumaban ng ganitong pwesto eh. Kumbaga tanggalin mo na lang at this point. Or probably they could go for a Chang'o. Still go for a Chang'o na side lane.
Chang'o.
It has
Actually,
low probability.
It's also one of those heroes na expect mo na, di ba? Expect mo na pag pinik yan, yung kabila, pipik ng Lolita. Like something like that.
Or sabihin na natin side lane na Farsa, ginagawa nila to, Alice, and who do they go for next? They actually go for an Atlas.
Atlas.
Okay, so I'm actually seeing this na Atlas Farsa support. So ibig sabihin, ang gagamit nun is actually, ito yung hindi ko sure. Kung sino yung gagamit na itong Farsang to. It could be Aqua. It could be Dexter.
Ano may maganda sa team na to? Ang gulo. Ang dami nilang
actually, ito din naman eh.
multi-role
solid eh.
Same with,
din nila,
yeah, exactly. Same
ginawa
with
din
NXP,
naman lang
diba?
kagabi yun eh, di ba? Kung baga nagpalit si Chester tsaka si Yawi. So that means, merong talagang way to, just get an idea based dun sa mga heroes na pinipili nila. Pero I think Yawi, right now, this is going to be his Kufra just because kung gaano siya kainit kanina on this. Chester will be getting that Popol and Kupa.
Okay, not bad. This is actually pretty good for both teams. It's very hard to choose who got the better draft here just because a lot of comfort heroes are on the side of NXP Solid plus a lot of good setup on the side of Blacklist. It's going to be a big toss-up, I would say, in this one.
And by the way, Blacklist International dito has yet to lose a game with an Alice. So may 100% win rate ng Alice nila dito. 2 games lang naman, but still, it is going to be, statement pa rin yun na they really know how to run this hero for their certain lineup. So, ako ang titignan ko lang dito for the side of NXP Solid, himayin natin yung mga win requirements nila, yung checklist nila to win, yung requirements. I think dapat medyo mag-ingat sila dito sa Alice.
Yes.
Ang daming
so.
pwedeng kuhaan sa kanila dito ng Blood Ode. You have the Popol and Kupa. Si Kupa nandun din. Si Popol and si Kupa nandun. So, it's actually an extra target. So, they should be able to end this game ng mabilis unless gusto nilang mag-scale si Alice. And that would be disastrous for their side.
Yeah, that's exactly something that you want to avoid as we go into Game 2 of Blacklist International versus NXP Solid. Yung kaninang game natin, that was contender for second longest game of the season so far. Yung una is sila din.
Yeah.
The longest game so far for the season is sila versus NXP versus Execration. And that was the long 2-1 that we saw. So ngayon, feeling ko it's gonna be another one. Possible na naman. With the lineups, they have a lot of wave clear on both sides and big team fight capability.
And look at the, two-man stand dito. Renegade actually getting caught. Pero tignan natin dito kung meron bang mangyayaring pag-intercept. That won't happen. And ito na nga sinasabi din natin. For Blacklist International, since napag-usapan natin yung win conditions ng NXP Solid, pag-usapan natin yung Blacklist International, utilize si Eson with this Atlas. Nakita natin kung paano niya gamitin to against Onyx PH. Kung paano niya sinetup yung lahat ng pickups doon for full clip. And I feel that enable the full clip is still a thing dito on the side of Blacklist International. There is Dexter on the stacks din. Patagalin niyo yung laro just enough for Dexter to get the stacks kung hindi niyo man makuha yung early snowball. And doon kayo mananalo. So those are the 2 requirements para sa magkabilang teams.
Yep. Win conditions are gonna be very similar for both of these players. Obviously, with the picks that they have, yung Lancelot as well as this Link. Now, we are going to see a little bit of a slower game compared to kanina, which is a sign na parang on the way nga tayo dun sa medyo long games natin.
For sure, kasi kung papansinin mo kanina, nag-ingat pa rin yung dalawang team eh. They still respected each other. And si Rene J dito will still get that coin. Siya pa rin ang nakakuha.
Yep, exactly. And that's the power of the FAMs, man. Mahirap contest ang FAMs sa early game. Like, there's a lot of times na yung FAMs na to is going to be... Sometimes FAMs is tankier than the actual tanks early game.
And si Eson dito nahuli, and here comes the Feathered Airstrike. Will it matter though? That is the question. Yawi dito, hinahabol ni Full Clip. Does he have enough damage? Tempest of Blades nandun, and look at that. Pumasok na lang si Full Clip dito. He converts that into a kill. And Alice dito ang pinaka-next target for Rene J. He will take that down. And tatandaan natin na this is a bad matchup para sa isang Alice.
That's true.
Yung Thams-Alice na matchup na yan, that's really not going to the side of Alice anytime soon.
I actually thought kanina si Yawi was gonna survive. So far, this FAMs-Alice lineup matchup is something that we've seen actually previously. We've seen this recently. And it really went so bad for the Alice. So, again, super surprised with the plays that Blacklist are pulling off. Surprised na si Yawi din yung nagiging target nila, which is dapat hindi. So, Blacklist here is just coming up with new stuff here to impress us.
MB dito, hinahawi-hawi ni Edward. Tatandaan mo pag ang buhangin, pinainit mo, nagiging glass.
Oo, tama
diba?
yan. So,
easy lang.
so malupit.
Easy lang,
yun.
easy lang.
Mamaya, pununan ng ano yan. Ano yan? Matapakan nyo pa yan.
Matapabubog.
Mabubog pa kayo dyan.
Huwag kayo mabubog dyan.
Kaya mabubog.
Still, onto the bottom lane. Bottom lane na Rockhart, kinukuha na lang nila yung turrets dito. They know that they cannot contest that because of the innate nature ng H2O Lancelot na yan. And look at that, Chester dito will be the target. Full Clip dito, can he take that kill? Yes, he will. Rene J on the other hand, gusto niya pa rin talaga lumaban. Full Clip dito, tumatakbo. He has the Finch poise and he will get away.
So compared to last game though, dalawa na lang ang instant lockdown dito ng NXP for against a Ling, which is going to be obviously Chester on the Popoling Krupa and Yawi. So other than that, it's gonna be very hard to keep Full Clip locked in compared to last game that there was a long duration na lock up potential.
Uy.
So ito yung kala ko makuha.
Pumapasok si Full Clip ng ganon. And
Mainit.
he really just tried to get that certain, grab coin para ma-accelerate lang yung farm dito ni Ling, ni Full Clip, but still, it won't really matter as meron na namang nangyayaring laban dito sa may taas and they will go for the chase. They know that they have the upper hand. MB dito falling very low. Wala siyang Firaga armor and look at this. Full Clip unloading on
Grabe
everyone.
naman.
Full Clip is activated, ladies and gentlemen.
Grabe. Earlier, he was just on the bottom part of the map trying to steal that coin, and all of a sudden, he was fighting on the top lane very easily. And ito na nga yung pinasabi natin about Full Clip. Like, there's a reason why he stopped KDA right now. He does a lot of things, especially given the right heroes. And Ling pa ang gamit niya ngayon.
Full Clip dito. Nakita mo yung damage output sa kanya, you really have to respect kung ano man.
Respeto pa rin kay H2,
Respeto
man.
pa rin kay H2.
You gotta take care, bro.
Oo, kailangan
Or
mag-ingat ka
else.
talaga. Thorn Rose talaga ang magiging pinakakalaban mo dito. Pero in terms of getting these buffs, Retribution and Thorn Rose ang ayaw mong makita. Although onto the bottom lane, Dexter dito is getting priority over 2 lanes.
Which is pretty good, I would say. Still pretty good. Now, Yawi, nag-aabang pa rin. And I think ayaw nilang ibigay yung turtle na to. Setup will be very crucial here in the timer. You want to get that third turtle if possible, especially if you're Blacklist. And NXP ngayon ang Zuma Zone around the bottom lane.
Eson, on the other hand, nandito siya. Nahulid siya dito. Ng side ng NXP, solid Fatal Links is there. It will not be able to save him, pero sabi ni Aqua dito, sige, pwede ako umalis, yung bird form niya, yung wings by wings, is makakancel.
Ayan na.
Yawi going in, and look at this map control for the side of NXP Solid. They're actually making it work. H2O, nasa third nila sila dito. Renny J, nagsusuntukan sila dito ni Edward, and look at MB preemptively going straight for Edward dito with the last insanity. Tingnan natin dito kung ano mangyayari dito sa may fight na to. Edward trying to get away, kinagat-kagat siya ng aso, and that Chichu Dog will get the kill.
And of course, the turtle will be going over to NXP Solid pa rin. H2O getting everything he wants in that fight. Yawi on setup.
Pero dito sila, ito talaga yung mahirap na part. Yung pag-push. Yung mga ganyang maliliit na lang na HP, as long as Aqua is there,
Wave clear.
mabilis
Anti-wave
ang
clear to.
mabilis
Oo.
ang wave clear sa isang feathered airstrike. So kailangan nila mahanap yung way na matatanggal nila si Aqua sa may mapa before they push. Kasi naniniwala ako kaya na nila mag-push ngayon ng diretso eh. They
I
have
think
their
so.
items.
Malakas na yung damage output ng NXP. So, kailangan lang mahanap ni Chester or ni Yawi ng si Aqua, which will be a bit difficult considering yung mga positioning na ginagawa ni Aqua ngayon. Pero, if they pull it off, pag natanggal lang nila isa, ito lang si Farsang to, they will be able to make a big
Tignan mo yung
push.
ginawa na ni Chester.
Binato na lang yun eh. No?
Ito na. Sige.
Sige, kaya na yan.
Siguro mo na yan, dog.
Oh.
Okay na yan.
Fetch my tower.
Fetch my tower na, okay. Pwede na yan. At least nakukuha na natin yung middle lane nila. And that is going to be a big advantage for the side of NXP Solid. Pero ito na naman
Yan
si
na nga.
Yawi with the initiation. Full clip getting caught out. H2O doon. Going for the slide and taking down that link.
That's what we're
Slide,
talking about,
slide lang.
boy. Ito na yung sinasabi natin. Yawi on the Kufra. Para na siyang sobrang natural na niya, di ba? Sobrang, it's just comfort. Kung comfort lang, ito na yun, max level.
H2O getting out. Yawi dito will be the sacrifice. Magiging sacrifice kaya. And he will get a Cyclone Eye.
Grabe.
Hinahabol siya
Malayo
dito ni
na
Eson.
inabot na.
And nakatakas pa si Yawi.
See, just exactly what I'm talking about. These things are so natural for him already. He has navigated thousands of Kufra games for sure. And this is not gonna be any different.
Feeling ko, ban talaga eh.
Feeling ko
Baban mo
talaga
talaga yung Cupra eh, no?
Feeling ko talaga parang mali, no? Mali na binibigay mo talaga yun. At the same time naman,
I mean,
goods talaga yung ginagawa ng team to keep it up and for Chester to allow a lot of these stunts. Yung ginagawa niyang panghuli, malaking bagay din yun.
I mean, naniniwala naman ako na may plano sana yung, may plano yung Blacklist International for that Cupra. Kaya nila hindi binan. But still, they're reminded of why it was a threat in the first place nung game number 1.
Exactly. Ito yun eh. Di ba? Ito
And
yun.
they get another kill on Eson. Eson dito, hindi na talaga siya na-activate. And the only thing that is saving Blacklist International dito from outright losing this game is that Farsa. Aqua is doing a great job. Hindi siya nagpapahuli basta-basta dito.
Edward though, getting caught na naman on the top side. Plus namigay pa probably ng Lord. No one is here to contest. Napakalayo ni Full Clip dito sa Lord na to. I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon. And I guess ito yung gagawin mo. If you're Full Clip in this regard, if you're Blacklist, sabihin mo, mag-push ka na lang. Just keep the minion waves in control. Para at least mamaya, pag nasalo natin yung Lord, isang lane lang or dalawang lane lang ang kalaban natin.
And we are actually, we could be proven wrong by NXP Solid dito. Kasi sinabi nga natin kanina na baka nga mag-2-1 to. But right now,
2-0 gusto nila, man.
gusto ng
2-0
NXP Solid
nila.
2-0.
Oo.
And beyond expectations, ang mga nangyayari dito, because we know that these are two very talented teams.
Absolutely. I mean, they gotta come up with something and something fast here because Blacklist, medyo nahihirapan na sila to secure the waves. And even Aqua's wave clear and Dexstar is sobrang baba na din.
Tignan mo yung aso. Lumaki yung aso habang hinahagat dito. Si Full Clip. But still, that is the Lord. Will it take down yung turret? Hindi naman kahit papano. Yawi is there waiting for the proper time. Nakita siya ng feathered airstrike. At tignan natin kung may
Yawi?
aabot siya ng talon dito. He will actually stop it. Cancel niya dito yon. And Edward is the next target. Look at H2O. Napaluhod. Si Khalid dun sa may harap. Edward not really looking at what damage output H2O has. Ito yung isa sa mga pinaka-importanting part for the side of Blacklist International. Now, they are down. Pero hindi pa agad-agad makakapush dito yung NXP Solid. Because of the Farsa nga. Kasi
Because of
kailangan
the drag.
talaga nila mahuli yung Farsa muna.
Exactly. And it's gonna be very difficult. Pero, unti kakachika-chin na lang natin yung tower, sabi ng NXP. I think that is gonna be the case here. Gusto sanang patagalin sana ng Blacklist to, pero ayaw na talaga ng NXT. They want to close this out. And they know, alam nila na kaya nila.
Pinipressure nila dito yung mga wave. Kumbaga, ang mangyayari, gagamit si Farsa sa isang wave ng Feathered Airstrike. Si H2O, kamuntikan na mahuli doon. Full clip dito, going for the chase. He will take down H2O. Is this the turnaround na hinahanap ng Blacklist International? Chester trying to get away, pero sabi ni Dexter, ladies and gentlemen, ako na ang bahala dito. Feathered Airstrike will connect on that Chester, Popol, and Koopa, and it will go down. Gillette, instant replay, hashtag shave the day. What happened there, Rockard?
Actually, kaya sana nilang consistent yung tuloy yung teamfight na to. The problem was, H2 was already low nung pumasok siya. That's why napa-phantom execution siya palalbas. And after that, medyo kinulang na nabawas yung NXP, and because of that, they were able to concede, and Blacklist was able to defend that Lord. Sorry, that push on the bottom.
So, aggression for aggression dito, and nakita mo naman si Edward, tinapon na lang yung kanyang ultimate to stop the aggression na pinapakita ng NXP Solid. Okay, at least gumagawa sila ng way dito para, alam mo yon, hindi sila mag-bleed out. Kumbaga, kailangan mo remedyoan yung mga bagay-bagay na or yung mga butas na binibigay sa iyo dito ng NXP Solid. Kasi yung Blacklist International ngayon, unti-unti na silang sinisira. Isipin na lang bahay sila. Unti-unti sinisira ng NXP Solid yung pundasyon. At kailangan nilang ayusin yon isa-isa. And this is the remedies na nakikita nila. And look at that, Fatal Links, Feathered Airstrike will connect. Damage won't be enough. Pero sabi ni Edward dito, the time is now. Ito na ang paglaban natin. Yawi dito will be the next target. Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. He will go down as well. H2O, tina-target siya dito ni Full Clip. Sinasize up siya dito. Feathered Airstrike will be there for a second time around. And sabi ni Full Clip, wag na natin i-go. Nakuha na natin yung pakay natin.
Yep. And todo bigay si Full Clip dito sa laban na to. Talagang siya yung nasa front all the time. And he's also getting a lot of the kills. So that's actually where you want to be. 7-1 on that link. So now it's going to be the waiting game. At habang tumatagal yung laban na to, mas pumapabort sa Blacklist. Their scaling, even on their mages, is going to be good. So kailangan bantayan ng NXP itong si Aqua din and si Dexter. Kasi Aqua's gonna go down, but Dexter, as an Alice, kita natin pag nakastacks ng Anli yan, hindi mo din kayang tiisin yung bawas niya mamaya.
Ito na yung sinasabi natin. It's taking time for NXP Solid to finish this. There is a chance na yung Alice dito yung talagang magkaroon ng isang malaking impact mamaya into this game. Pero andito na si Full Clip in the area. Medyo natumba siya dito. Medyo nalaglag pa nga siya dito. Tempest of Blades. He will use it. Yawi dito. Going for the bouncing ball. Naipit nila si Full Clip dito. And look at that dodge. Nakaiwas siya. Dun sa may likod naman, there is a Renegade fight na nangyayari. This is a 4v1. Masasalba kaya siya dito ng mga teammates niya. Sabi ni Renegade, never say die. Laban na lang.
Naka-vengeance naman eh. And that is a Thomas that bought a lot of time para sa ibang members ng NXP Solid. So far, they need to reset. Kailangan mag-reset nila and they need to wait for the Lord push happening down right now. Pero si Renegade and si H2O hindi pa available para lumaban. So feeling ko masasayang din yung Lord take. Pero the good thing about that is nakuha ng NXP Lord. Yun yung pinakamalaking bagay doon. Because if not, it's going to be a really strong.
Alam mo yung pinagkaiba talaga ng game na to para sa akin yung yung impact ni Renegade sa game. Yung first game medyo naging mahirap for the side of NXP Solid because Renegade was actually shut down for quite some time. Pero ngayon si Renegade nakikita mo na talagang enabled siya para mangharas at para maging frontline. Nakikita mo yung difference eh. For Blacklist International naman, they're doing the right place na nakakalabas na sila ngayon ng base nila. That is an improvement sa way of life nila dito sa mapa na to. But the thing is, itong mga pagiging aggressive na ganito, yung paglabas-labas ng mapa, it could lead to pick-offs din kasi. So NXP Solid, they should be on the lookout para dun sa mga nagsosolo-solo. Katulad nung ginawa nila kanina kay Edward, nung game number 1, na they utilize etong si H2O at si Renegade na magkasama sila lagi at sinusubukan nila i-pick off yung mga big targets dito sa may mapa.
Yep. In first one, mas matindi kanina yun. Pero right now, it's gonna be another big one. Full clip here. Yawi gonna be the target. For the rest of Blacklist International, they take 1 for none. And
Oy, nahuli nila yung Farsa.
nila yung Farsa.
And nagawa ni Rena G yung trabaho niya, pero this is a 3v4. Ipipilit pa ba nila to? That is the question. Andyan din si Popol. So make this a 3.5v4.
3.5.
Hindi kasi may aso eh. May
Oo
aso eh.
naman.
May aso eh.
May bilang yun. May bilang yun. Like ngayon, siya yung bumabawas, siya yung nasa harapan.
Oh.
Papabalikin muna yung Chester. Dexter in the middle of the fight. Again, once more ultimate activated. No need for the Winter Truncheon. MB goes down.
And Dexter dito is the target for H2O. H2O dito na pinpoint niya na kung sino yung kailangan niya i-take down. And look at the HP
My
bar
God.
going up for Edward. Tutumba dito si H2O. And gumagawa na ng paraan yung Blacklist International.
Yep.
Slowly but surely climbing up the ranks ulit. And ito yung sinasabi natin, as the game progresses, so the scaling.
And the gold is going now in favor of Blacklist kahit na medyo kulang sila ng inhibitor. Malaki ang kinlime na gold difference doon ng Blacklist. I'm a little surprised na they can still keep this going. Now, scaled up na ng maayos si Kuya Dexter din. He's doing a lot more in the team fights. Kaya napapatagal yung laban ngayon. And NXT Solid, they are starting to lose momentum.
And nandito na si Full Clip din. Nakuha niya yung items niya, 913. Solid performance from both teams. Pero tignan natin kung aabot nga ba tayo ng pangatlong game. Blacklist International fans, lahat sila ngayon, pakakamdam ko, nagtatatalon talaga eh. Kasi nababaliktad na eh. Pero yung NXP Solid fans, they are, I think, alam mo yon, parang nagtitiwala pa rin sila na kaya pa kayo baliktad to. So, dyan lang kayo. And enjoy lang natin.
It's
Ito
not
nangyayari.
over. It's not over, kumbaga.
It's not over.
It's not over till it's over. 3K gold lead is something na hindi naman ganun ka laking bagay at 18 minutes into the game. Lord aakit na naman and I think this is going to be a better positioning here for Blacklist compared kanina na sila ay medyo umaagaw-agaw lang.
And remember, katulad ng sinabi natin, in terms of securing that, kailangan makapwesto agad yung Blacklist International and hindi palapitin sa H2.
Yun nga yun. Parang yung ginawa din nila kanina kay full clip nung Lancelot.
Oo, kailangan ilayo nila.
Kailangan ilayo nila
Kung ano
ng
yung
todo.
paghahatak kanina ng NXP Solid para hindi
Ganun
makalapit si Full Clip dun sa my lord, ganon din yung kailangan nilang gawin.
Tama. So, ang magandang ginagawa naman dito ng NXP is they're just making Blacklist guess. Hindi sila nagpapakita masyado sa mapa. So, hindi nila alam, ano ba, nag-set up na ba ng Lord to? Or, ano ba, hinahanting ba tayo? Are they trying to go for something? Pero looks like si Rene J ang mapapalhaban dito sa baba a little bit. Just a little bit. Patikim lang. Kumbaga, maging laban na mangyari mamaya.
And alam na ni Full Clip ngayon na may damage siya. And look at Yawi, na pwersa siya
nakita
gamit yung flicker.
Oo.
So, walang isang mabilis dito na pag-entrada mamaya na flicker to
Tyrant's
that ultimate
Rage.
Tyrant's Rage. Walang ganon. So, at least they take that out. Pero for Eson dito, the same thing happened. Wala na rin siyang flicker dito. So, there's no
Napuwersa
flicker.
palayo.
Fatal links.
Natanggal ang mga tangke.
Pagalingan sila ngayon initiate with their own
Oo.
devices na walang advantage.
Yep, so tignan natin sino ang lalamang sa ganun. Pero for now, wave control muna tayo. Wave control muna tayo for both of these teams. And waiting for the waves to go in line. I think yun lang inaantay din ng Blacklist eh. Itong Lord medyo napapanis na dito sa gilid. Hindi ko alam kung magiging priority ba to. Pero kung NXP sana nag-Lord ngayon, they probably could know. Pero hindi din alam kasi ng NXP kung nasan ba ang pwesto talaga ng Blacklist ngayon. Kasi Full Clip and Edward are just near the bushes. They're not showing on the lane.
And that is going to be a stop muna
Sabi sa'yo
sa mga pangyayari dito. Just chill.
Pang-longest
chillax,
games na naman to eh.
chillax, ladies and gentlemen. And mag-enjoy lang tayo kung ano nangyayari ngayon. Kasi kami, ni-enjoy na lang din
Enjoy na
talaga
lang,
namin
oo.
to. Kumbaga, this is NXP Solid versus Blacklist International. This is a really good series, ladies and gentlemen.
Sulit
NXP
naman eh.
Solid, maganda yung performance nila into the early game. Pero kasi ito yung tinatawag nating siso eh. Kumbaga, the rubber band tinatawag na if you pull yung rubber band, kung sabihin natin, kung in-stretch mo yung rubber band, hinila mo, there's a chance na baka there's a chance na baka yung sa daliri mo matanggal siya at ikaw ay masaktan din.
Yun nga.
Di ba? So, ito yung tinatawag natin rubber band effect for these games. So, may balik. May
Laging
balik
may
talaga
balik.
just because of the kills na nakukuha mo. And they got a kill on H2O.
And I'm super surprised that they're also burning down a lot of flickers para lang mag-check nung mga bushes. That goes to show na malaki ang priority ng isang maling galaw dito sa laban na to. That's why talagang sure na sila na parang pag na-take down yung isang tangke, yun na yun eh. Kaya hindi na nila tinitiis, hindi na sila nagtitake ng chance. Talagang pag feeling nila hindi na kaya, we will have to figure out. Talagang mag-check ako ng bush. Kung may tao doon, edi talagang bahala na. Basta wag lang ako mamatay. Maubos na lahat ng skills ko, wag lang ako mamatay.
Kala ko nga sabihin mo doon, hindi na sila magti-TikTok eh.
Naku, mahirap yun.
Mahirap yun, hindi kaya.
Hindi mangyayari yun, no?
Hindi kaya. Yung TikTok is
TikTok is life.
Oo.
Diba?
Masaya tayo dun eh. Well,
Alam mo yan.
alam natin yan. Well,
Hanapin nyo lang si Butter sa TikTok.
Huwag nyo na hanapin.
Nako.
Pero ito, tignan mo. Chill lang sila. Wala masyadong reaction. And si Yawi parang lagi ko siya nakikita nakapikit for some reason.
Kanina, actually, napansin ko din yung kanina pa eh.
Kagabi, di ba?
Kagabi din ba?
Kagabi din.
Ano
Medyo
kasi
nakapikit
kagabi?
siya lagi. I don't know kung nakapikit talaga siya. But it's more on the idea lang siguro na chill.
Chill lang yun.
Or
ayaw na niya ma-pressure ba?
ayaw na lang
masyado?
ma-pray. Feeling ko
Chill
ganun
na lang.
eh. Pero ito, tingnan mo, si Eson dito, gaya na gaya yung pwesto ni Eson lagi. Kung may
Oo.
napapansin tayo sa NXT,
Kulang na lang
may
yung mga
mapapansin
numero.
din tayo. Oh, yan.
Mga numerong
Inisip
dumadating.
na ni Eson eh. Kumbaga
Nagka-calculate na.
sinasabi ni Eson,
Sana may
paano ko
ganung
ba
effects.
i-initiate ng maayos to? Feeling ko kaya ko naman eh. Pero
Sisimulan na niya ang kalkulasyon.
sisimulan na natin yung kalkulasyon. And we will head back into the game. Nag-ready na sila dito. Paano nga ba mako-conclude etong game number 2? Not true. Malalaman na natin
Feeling ko
yan.
pang ano na naman to.
Malalaman na natin yan
na naman
in
to.
just a bit. And we are heading into the 20-minute mark. Look at this. H2O na paalis. Fatal Links will connect. And that was the initiation na hinahanap nila. H2O falling
Full
very
clip.
low. Dexter dito onto the backlines. Let's see kung ano pa mangyayari. Full clip. Mga kaibigan, tinutuhog-tuhog yung mga tao dito sa may likod. Full clip.
Ayun
Will
na,
he
nahuli
survive?
nila.
No, he won't. Yawi is still there. Edward here with a two-man setup. And my goodness, Blacklist International, they are back in it.
They're back. Absolutely. One guy remaining dito. Si Chester na lang ang natitira. 30 seconds, 40 seconds sa death timer.
Kaya
ng
pala
ibang miyembro
nag-iisip.
nila.
Kaya pala nag-iisip na. Kaya pala may nakita ka ng mga number.
Yung setup niya ni
Yun na
Edward.
pala yung gagawin.
Ni Eson.
Yun na pala yung gagawin ni Eson.
Sana may mag-edit.
Feeling ko meron eh. Daddy Shark, ikaw na.
Daddy Shark, right after the post, no?
Oo.
Putik yan, no?
Wala.
Nag-launch agad.
Nag-launch agad.
Kinalkulan niya yung distansya na gagawin ng flicker
Distansya. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into game number 3.
Nako po.
Blacklist International wins game number 2. 1-1 ang setup natin ngayon.
May natutuwa na naman sa
And-
kanyang opisina.
So, sinabi natin, expectation natin, we are going to game number 3. NXP solid.
it did
Gusto sana
happen.
nilang dalhin ng 2-0. But, Eson has other plans.
Iba plano, iba
Pinakita
plano.
ni Eson yun.
Eson, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes. So far, I think this is going to be one of those times where makapaisip ka, where did NXP go wrong in that last one? Kasi ako, wala akong nakitang solid na positional mistakes aside from the fact na bigla na lang may nahila si Eson. I think lahat tayo nagulat dun eh. Sana ma-replay yun mamaya because I'm wondering what led to that situation? What led to the scenario that you have two targets on your front?
It's probably the face check.
The face check pa rin talaga.
Kasi at that point on, parang unless you actually have business there or talagang magkakasama talaga kayo doon as 5, you do not really force those peaks doon sa may mga areas na yon. And Eson, he was there at the right place at the right time. Nagamit niya yung kanyang fatal links and goodness gracious, yung mga tanks natin ngayon nag-step up. Kung si Yawi nag-step up ng game number 1, ngayon naman si Eson naman nagdala sa Blacklist International para manalo sila dito ng game number 2. Pero speaking of, feeling ko si Shinbu mas marami pang masasabi dito. Anong tingin mo?
Tingin ko din. Shinbu, take it away!
Maraming salamat sa ating mga bitagang shoutcasters. We got a 1-1 on the series of NXP versus Blacklist International. And I was thinking that it was NXP's game. Pero by the 13-minute mark yata or 13-minute mark or 14-minute mark, may napansin ako which might hinder NXPC in winning that one. And i-explain natin yun later. After the item, ladies and gentlemen, makikita nyo nga yung post-game natin. Quite really not surprising. Actually, mas gusto nyo pansinin dito is of the running draft, no? Kanina, Renegade run Hellcurt. It was really momentum kasi natalo yung Hellcurt pick, di ba, last time with NXP versus Blacklist nung una silang naglaban, ladies and gentlemen. Tapos ang katapat pa ng Rafael at saka Chango. It was a heavy loss, a heavy blow on the picks, on the usual picks ng NXP dito. Pero I love it when Renegade goes on Tams. Actually, dalawa yung paborito kong pick kay Renegade. It is of Cho. Pero depende, no? May pagka 50-50 yung Cho. Pero ang explosive ko si ni Renegade sa Cho. Pero Tams is always stable on Renegade. Whenever his teammates makes their own plays, Renegade is able to get into a side lane. Tapos, force an issue there. Like, deliver the farm, elevate the gold ng kanyang mga teammates. Kapag si H2 participating sa early game, lalo pa ang pinangahawakan niya ay Lancelot ngayon, si Renegade yung bahala naman sa kabilang dako ng mapa natin. That is evident also by the time na naghayabusa si H2 dito, tapos Renegade also went for another Tams na naman, no? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ang sinasabi natin ditong naging problema, kahit parang lamang na yung NXP for that fight, is because of Dexter. Actually, by the 14-15 minute mark, napansin ko lang na ang tagal na nito pala. And scaling composition, yung taga Blacklist International dito, not because of the Ling, no? Not really of the Ling, but because of this Alice. I keep on mentioning na ang Alice po ay isang scaling hero talaga, mga tol. And by the time that, you know, nakarating tayo sa mga huling minuto ng ating laro, nakukuha niya na yung kanyang mga bonus stats, especially when those blood orbs are secured. Very commendable performance. I don't believe in this 6.0 bronze performance mula kay Yawi. Siguro doon sa mga unang bahagi ng laro. Pero may mga moments nga rin talaga na nahuli si Yawi. But it was fully online sa simula ng game natin. It's still very threatening. Much high impact at mas high metin pa kumpara kay Eson doon sa bandang simulangan ng laro. Ang layo ng performance ni Eson kumpara doon sa akay niya and with this Atlas. Now, let's get into the highlights of the game. Kahit parang si Chester kanina siya yung huling team fight na nagpapanalo sa side ng NXP dito. Si Eson naman na hindi ganun kakapatay lang kay Eson, na hindi ganun ka performing sa simula ng laro natin. Si Eson yung nagpapanalo dun sa last team fight. He made the last setup in catching someone very quick. Kaya naman nakakasurpresa. Kaya nakakasurpresa din yung panalo ng Blacklist International dito. Ang alam ko lang during that point in the game, mga tol, is that hindi na ganun kadali tapusin yung laro because Aqua has wave clear at napaka-disruptive na ni Dexter doon sa Alice. Pero hindi ko rin maisip na basta-basta rin matatapos ng Blacklist International na laro o todo-todo nilang mga comeback yun. Ang alam ko lang, pwede nilang ma-stall to. And we got, a massive fights that amount here. Pero for the most part, it is gonna be of Renegade's win. Kasi, alam mo yun, NXP's win because of Renegade just always online. And alam naman natin talaga yung survivability ng Tams whenever you go for those brawlish fights and, skirmishes then, especially with these objectives, especially for this mid lane. Eto yung mapapansin nyo, no? So that's just the 9-minute mark. And umabot pa nga sa punto na yung NXP kumakatok na sa base dito ng Blacklist International. I think nabasangan pa nga ng inhibitor dito. Yun na nga. But, kanina si Dexter, kahit nahuli, medyo matagal na. And nasa 11-minute mark na tayo. This might be a nice opportunity na sana sa side ng NXP Solid para tapos yung laro. Pero mapapasin nyo na may nag-split push doon. And we are now getting into the 13-minute mark of our running game. At ayun, si Dexter. Pansinin nyo ngayon kung gaano ka-disruptive na ni Dexter dito. Kahit pumasok ng paulit-ulit dito yung mga taga-NXP. The moment that Dexter goes in and also can bait in with his own Winter Truncheon, merong konting breathing time, no? Ang mga taga-Blacklist International na makabawi. Kaya naman on this team fight, kita nyo talaga na may bawi na ngayon yung Blacklist International. Now, for this final team fight, actually ito yun, final team fight, this was after someone was caught by H2 dito. And we already have H2, we already have MB. Lost for this fight. Ang problem dito, Renegade re-engage. And I'm not so sure, no? Ewan ko kung dapat lang bang nilaban yun ni Renegade. Medyo naiintindihan ko naman kahit nilaban na yun ni Renegade. Pero siguro kung huminga na sila at umatras, maybe nakaya pa munang istall yung game at makakuha ng konting oras at mabuhay ulit sila H2. Kasi nung namaalam na si H2 at si MB, mahirap na talaga yon. At pwede yung ituloy-tuloy ng Blacklist, lalo pa buhay si Full Clip. Full Clip here, a running MVP. Without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, totally a rising prodigy, no? Mula sa side dito ng Blacklist International. Mga kaibigan, got a 10-4 KDA. Of course, damage dealt is actually 57,000. And medyo mataas to na damage received para kay para sa isang core. Pero ang kinaganda ditong headline is that kahit mataas yung damage received mo, kung hindi naman ganun kataas yung death mo, no? It's still an impactful play. It's still an impactful performance rather para sa isang carry. And alam natin kung paano talaga. I think this is a composition na nag-scale talaga for the late game. Lalo pat may hawak ng Queen Swings dito si Full Clip, and that's full 6-item loadout na para dito sa ating MVP. We have a 1-1 on this series, Sana nga may konting break time para sa mga players natin so that, alam mo yan, in top shape sila na maglalaro talaga for this game number 3. Because this is it. This is it. Is it payback time in favor of NXP? O tuloy na tuloy mandidiin dito ang Blacklist International? Usapang MPL muna tayo dahil merong isang team na panay pandiin dito sa ating regular season. Ang Bren Esports. Bren lang malakas. Unstoppable at their current form. Which team has a chance to defeat them? Share your insights and get a chance to win skins worth 269 diamonds. #BeLegendary. At syempre, una sa ating mga viewers na sumagot dyan, si Austin Martinez Coronel, Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Aura PH dahil naka-adjust na ang Aura sa 10-man draft. I love that. I think that is correct, adjustment is very important on the 10-man draft at nasa championship form ngayon yung Aura. Isa rin sila sa mga kandidato ko para matalo ang Bren. On to the next one, we have JV Martin. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Aura PH pa rin. Dahil napag-aralan na nila ang galaw nito at natuto na sila nung nakaraan dahil napag-aralan na nila ang galaw ng Bren, okay? At natuto na sila nung nakaraan dahil sa pagkatalo nila with Bren. Alright, very good insight paring JV Martin. Again, defeats in a regular season in pro play is very, very valuable. Totoo yan. Opportunity to learn. On to the next, we have Jean Paul Quirino. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Aura PH. Sunod-sunod, 3 Aura PH. Dahil sa orthodox gameplay nila at sa samahan nilang kabisado na ang isa't isa. Indeed, pagtitiwala din syempre para sa iyong kasama. Kaya naman nagiging na rin parang favorite na talaga ng mga tao yung mga teams natin kasi they're very visible in the social media at kita mo rin talaga yung samahan nila, jamming nila, banding nila, all natural talaga. And I think essential sa isang team. Here's a giveaway code. Mga tol, kunin nyo na yan. Okay, that's our giveaway code. Picturean nyo na. And of course, dun sa mga fast hands na mabibilis ang kamay, type nyo na kaagad yan because that is a skin. And of course, bonus giveaway code pa natin. Ayan. Mga tol, actually, hindi ko pala alam kung ano laman yan, pero those are goodies from MLBB. And those are bonus giveaway codes nga kasi nga naabot natin yung ating 10,000 mark on our mythical raffle draw. And again, continue participating in our mythical raffle draw. Guys, so visit this link, bit.ly/MRD-W6. Sumali kayo sa lahat ng ating mythical raffle draw. Kung makasali kayo sa 5 linggo, at least 5 linggo, makakasali kayo dun sa ating ultimate grand panghuling mythical raffle draw. Mga kaibigan, we have game number 3. Unang laban pa lang ngayon. Hindi na mapinta yung mukha ni Butters. Ladies and gentlemen, pero exciting ito. Yan ang totoo. We have quite the long series, but this is, I think, very intense. NXP versus Blacklist. Let's go.
Kung ginaya mo kanina, kaya di kita gayahin. Ganito po manood ng game machine mo kanina. Nakaganon lang siya. Maraming salamat, Shinbu, kahit medyo... ewan ko sa'yo Pakandam ko.
Naglalakohan na tayo dito.
Sakado mo bibig mo pag nanonood ka Still, that is going to be a good set of good points para kay Shinbu doon. I think for this certain series, hindi ko I don't really see the idea kung bakit nabibigay lang talaga yung MVP dun sa mga funnel. Ang dami ginagawa ng mga sidelines. So, there is I'm not saying na hindi MVP worthy yung mga funnel carries natin. But you know what? I'm just seeing a lot of emphasis kung gaano katindi yung mga sidelines natin. And man, grabe yung setup nila, and it really says a lot about the team na sobra na enable nila lahat ng lanes for this certain series.
Yeah, I think that's been very evident, especially with the help of Edward. Like, kanina, the Edward plays were just a little bit crazy. And Man, props to Eson. First of all, yung tama yung sabi ni Shinbu, yung I think mali din yung bronze na icon for Yawi. That was not a bronze performance.
Yeah, that was
Obviously,
not a bronze performance.
the stats obviously just mahirap talaga i-balance din eh. Kasi considering yung assist mo and yung deaths mo. Pero if you think about it, that was these are the plays. These are the reason why we don't look too much on those medals when we were playing, right? When we're playing on the big leagues. Kasi so many factors contribute dun sa mga panalo ng ating mga teams and kupunan, di ba? Mga kupunan natin.
Yeah.
And I would say na talagang malupit din ang nagiging contributions not just of the tanks but obviously of the supports.
And Ginoong Valdez is super happy na umabot tayo ng game number 3. Blacklist International
Stocks.
versus NXP Solid.
Can't believe
Farsa na ang tinanggal ng NXP Solid dito straight up. Blacklist International still not letting go of that Selena bat.
Third time's the charm.
Sabi
For a
nila,
ban.
tagalin natin.
Oh
Tagalin
my God.
natin. Kailangan
I
natin
know.
mag-ingat. Grabe yung pacing talaga nila pag may Kufra sila eh.
And I would say talagang madami kasing napipigilan na plays, na lineups itong Kufra na to. Yung mga Cho, like the first lineup earlier, that was a really bad lineup against a Kufra. A lot of people have agreed. I checked social media, they actually agree as well na bakit may Kufra dyan, may Lancelot yung kalaban, Cho yung kalaban, Khalid yung kalaban, sobrang hirap gumalaw. Now, that's not gonna be a factor. This time, kaya mag-draft ng blacklist ng lineup na siguro mas komportable sila kung magiging mobile lineup to.
And kung nakikita nyo dito, yung next play Solid ay may kasamang killing spree na umiikot-ikot dyan para sa kanila. Kaya medyo, kaya natutuwa si H2O sa killing spree. Kasi, nandyan talaga at umaalalay sa kanya.
It's a given, no?
It's a given. Uranus is quite a good pick dito. Ay, ban dito for the side of NXP Solid. You wouldn't really want to see that on the other side. Blacklist International dito, ang pinagtataka ko kung bakit nila na-ban out yung Hilda.
Yeah, I think...
Sila yung isa sa
medyo-
mga teams na gumagamit
Yun
nito.
nga medyo sila yung gumagamit, so I'm a little surprised. Siguro they're considering the win rate of this hero again with NXP Solid. Or maybe they're considering na magdigi kaya tayo.
Or eto
I don't know.
Pwede. Sa totoo
I don't
lang.
know,
Pero pwede din tong respeto na parang mainit si Yawi ngayon. Wag natin bigyan.
Mainit. Oo, huwag na nating bigay
Oo.
yung kahit ano. And first pick material talaga, si Kuya Tams ang umaapoy.
And first pick
na side
material
laner.
siya kasi si Edward eh.
Edward plus Tams.
Edward plus Tams equals...
You know what it
Ewan
is?
ko, parang Invasion Nation eh.
Invasion Nation. I think he's one of the most aggressive FAMS players din naman sa liga natin. Hindi makakaila. Madami siyang tinalo na FAMS player sa off-lane na talagang straight up kaya niya mangmama talaga. And on the other side, it's actually a consistent pick din for NXP na nakuha nila, which is itong Khalid na to. Plus Rene J on the show, you can't go wrong with this as well.
It could be a tank na show. Pero, I agree. Knowing kung paano tumatakbo yung pattern or drafting sequence dito ng NXP Solid, this is probably gonna go to Rene J. Pero alam mo, Blacklist International, sabi nila, taka na, Akailing.
Yeah, this is going to be one... we've seen this work. We've seen this work para sa Blacklist, no? Napagana nila to ng maayos in the previous game. Kaya napatagal yung game na yung nalaro. Yung nang matagal. Pero this time, hindi na Lancelot yung poprotektahan ng Akai. Ling na. Which is great. Kasi a single Hurricane Dance kaya man-nullify yung magagawing anti-Ling plays ni Rene J. Or kung si Rene J man gagamit to. Same with actually a lot of crowd control. So, Ling plus Akai is a great combo na kayang mag-sustain kahit sila lang ang magkasama.
Kailangan iwas ng NXP Solid tong Alice against the Tams. This isn't really the best.
We've seen this fail ilang beses na. Pang ilang beses na. Diba?
We've seen this matchup not go to the favor of Alice talaga.
Kahit last game, natalo yung NXP, pero lamang pa rin si Rene J on that FAMS versus Alice. Right?
So it isn't really the best position kasi after yung flowing blood, ano yung next?
Exactly.
Ay, sobrang spammable kasi ng kit neto ni Tams. So, without the flowing blood, hindi ka talaga lalamang doon.
And may tools din kasi talaga si FAMS pang habol sa Alice even if mag-flowing blood ka. So, it's gonna be a very interesting pick here whether or not kayang iiwas ng lane itong Alice. Pero sino ba itatapat mo? Even the Khalid's gonna have a hard time against this.
Yeah, that's true. Pero alam mo yon, it's better to
Ooh,
choose. Sabihin na
Carmilla ban.
natin, parang lesser evil na lang eh. Kung saan siya, kung sino yung hindi mas mahihirapan sa dalawa.
That's true, that's true.
Just give the Khalid. Pero alam mo, Deadly Blade talaga kasi yung sa mga tinitignan kong first item dito para kay Edward at this point in the game eh. Alice, Khalid, parang oras na,
It's
Deadly
time.
Blade.
Yeah, it's time to go for Deadly Blade.
Pero alam mo, Valir and the Chango, tinanggal dito ng side ng NXP Solid. Ayaw nila ma-push back din dito yung Alice. So, ang ginawa nila, kunin natin yung backshot to lessen yung mga threat
Yep.
para
For
dito
sure.
sa Alice na to. Kasi yung Valir, natutulak siya. Yung Chang'o, ang hirap hulihin. There could be a time na Meteor Shower, yung panglalaban nila dyan. And yung backshot mismo, innately, is a good counter for these regenerating or sustain heroes.
Puro sustain nga, no? Puro sustain region nga yung nangyayari natin pickings ngayon eh. With the Sicilian though, finally, someone other than Onyx PH gonna be picking this up. And it is in a very high level match. So this is going to be interesting.
Ako, iniisip ko na ngayon for NXP Solid, it's going to be the Kag eh.
Kagura na ba?
Oo. I think Kag is a good... Well, nakuha na si Popol and Koopa. It could be a Kag.
We're still looking for a Chester hero here. What'll it be? Kagura seems to be...
Madali hulihin. Mas madali hulihin si Celion with a Kag. Pero there could be other choices. I mean, naglulita sila dito. Lolita, pwede yan sa Sicilian eh. They can pick the Lolita against the Sicilian. Tapos, Yawi it's either Yawi Baksha or Yawi Choke. Kung offlane Baksha man to, there is that possibility. Pero
So,
tingnan natin kung paano
tingnan natin
ang gagawin dito
talagang
ng
they're
NXP Solid.
taking their time on
They're
this
taking their
pick.
time. Kailangan nila eh, because this is game number 3.
Pangmatagalan to. Itong pangmatagalan na support.
Oh!
Hindi nga. Ba't nga pala support iniisip natin?
Oo nga, no? Merong ginagawang... Well, there's this thing about the funnel then for a show. Pero, I don't really think that they will use that.
Man.
And they get the carry. That's true.
Ba't nga ba support iniisip natin kanina?
I mean,
no? That was weird.
But-
Anyway, it's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
it's
We are
fine.
here on the H2O carry.
alam mo, eto kung ibang lumabas doon, feeling ko pwede pa kung Claude. Pero kasi at this point, carry.
Carry.
You wouldn't really expect that. I'm not saying it's a bad pick for their side. Pero I'm sure na may iniisip dito yung NXP Solid dito sa lineup na ginagawa nila na to. On the side naman ng Blacklist International, I think they're set kasi this is the certain setup na lagi natin nakikita sa kanila. It's Aqua on that Sicilian. We're going to see probably a Popol and Koopa off lane from Dexstar. Or it could be Sicilian to the off lane as well. So tingnan natin kung paano nila yung setup. Pero yung weird, no? Parang tayo na-psycho
So
din tayo
interesting. Ako din
na-psycho din tayo sa lineup
Naano
ng
din
NXP
ako
Solid.
eh. Sa totoo lang eh, this
Pero
is
that's
going
fine,
to
that's
be
fine.
one
That's
for
fine.
the books here. Game 3 mga kaibigan, NXP Solid. Laban sa Blacklist International. We had some pretty long games, my friend. Ito na ba yun? Ito na
I mean,
ba?
ito na talaga yun.
Ito na ba ang talagang pangmatagalan game? Kasi madami din silang wave clear dito sa totoo lang. Talagang feeling ko pang long games talaga yung dalawang team
Wala,
na
Rene J talaga yung gagamit ng show eh.
Kumbaga, Rene J. Chogatis.
Kumbaga, let's say it could be an orthodox dito for the side of NXP Solid. Pero kasi, they're not really known to, alam mo yun, parang join yung circle ng mga taong gumagamit ng tank show. Kasi meron mga silang kill streak na pinipik eh. So,
Oo.
NXP Solid, they're sticking with their comfort picks. And you know what? That is really good for their side. Kasi sa totoo lang, as long as you're comfortable and
Okay
you're
na din.
playing at the full potential,
That's better
mas
sometimes.
okay na rin yun.
Oo.
But still, Blacklist International dito, I think they're really set on just getting this early game. I mean, the carry right now, yes, it's not picked as much, pero kasi there's this certain trend kasi ngayon sa mga side ng Blacklist International na for the funnels, you really have to go for those heroes na pabilog yung damage output.
That's true.
Hindi siya linear, hindi siya single target. So, carry might take them down one by one. And pagdating dun sa mga later parts of the game, they can actually shred a lot of, she can actually shred a lot of the damage output na nanggagaling dito sa side ng Blacklist International. But then again, how and in what way is that going to be possible for the side of XP Solid?
That's true.
Yun yung sasagutin nila dito. Blacklist International, to be honest, it really just boils down onto playing that certain simple setup na ginagawa nila kanina. Just get the pick-offs, let full clip shine, and dun sila mananalo.
Will that happen here? Most likely. Kasi it's you know what? It's a lane. We've seen full clip na kahit Eagles, nababagaan niya yung lane. Like, I think that happened kanina din, where hindi naman dapat siya sobrang lumamang. Against with the 1v1 matchup, especially against a Lancelot, especially yung may hawak pa ng Lancelot na yon, is si H2O. Diba? So, pero he was able to make it work, and especially against a carry, it will be easier for full clip. Sa totoo lang, sa laban na to. Kasi there's a reason kung bakit hindi din masyadong pick ang mga marksman. Actually, narinig ko, pumapalapak yung mga marksman nun.
So, eto may fun fact tayo dito ngayon, Rockheart. 96 kills na si H2O sa buong MPL Season 6. Kailangan niya na lang ng 4 na kill para makasama siya sa 100 kill club. Sino yung mga nasa 100 kill club? Si Drix tsaka si Carl. Si Drix ng BSB, si Carl ng Bren, tapos ang susunod doon si H2O. Si Full Clip naman needs 12 kills to reach the 100 club, the 100 kills club. So, a lot of things are really happening.
And we're only halfway through the league. Sino kaya mauna makatuhan? Kaya yung gusto ko malaman.
So, yun yung mangyayari.
Malupit. So, sa ngayon, again, chill lang tayo muna mga kaibigan as we are in a bit of a technical pause. Pero, we will be coming back soon pag tayo ay ready na. And nag-iinit na ang ating mga teams for sure.
And we're trying to make them play in the best condition possible.
That's true. Especially in terms of diba, yung network latency, dapat lowest ping lagi, mga ganun, diba? And use this time to strategize. Yung pause na yan, tingnan mo, mag-usap na talaga sila. Parang sinasabi lang nila MB. Ganito gagawin mo, pre, pasa mo yung bola agad kay Renny J. Pasa mo yung bola kay H2O. H2O, never hesitate. Never ever hesitate on the jump shot. Yes.
Ayun, nag-usap-usap na sila dito. And look at Chester dito. Kahit sobrang baba ng buhay nila, they will still go for that steal on that bear.
Alright. And they actually are going to have... I'm surprised na wala masyadong invade na gaganap ngayon. Simula kanina, pansin mo. Talagang both of these teams have such high respect for the security. Yung security guard. Talagang ayaw nilang lumagpas security guard masyado. I'm surprised by hindi naman sobrang wala Sinabi ko lang there's like less amounts of invades that are happening recently in this matchup. And goes to show yung amount of, yung pagkakabasa nila sa kalaban nila is both of these teams are starting to work towards mid to late game na lang.
Yeah.
Wala nang masyadong greedy for the early game.
Alam mo yun, kumbaga, kasi, yung setup din kasi na NXP Solid dito, they can't really go in for game number 3 dun sa may area na yon for the blue buff. So right now, nahuli nila si Eson and this might be the first blood of the game. Tignan natin, MB is actually there. Flicker and catches Eson. Aqua as well. Pero tignan natin dito kung paano aalis si MB. The ultimate coming out from Aqua talagang pinofocus si MB. One more hit. That could be it. Full clip dito with the execute cleanup crew. Pumasok na lang siya. Nabunggo siya ni Yawi dito. Tempest of Blades. It's there. At mapupoke niya pa ng isang best Chester. That's going to be your trade para dito.
Akala ko takas na yun Actually, it looked like it was going to be an escape and full clip was going to be necessary to clean that up. Sabi kasi kanina MB siguro, ganito mag first blood. Tas ang problema na counterplay lang. Pero again, it looks really good so far for both of these teams. I would say na yung Turtle is going to be the next I think all into dapat for Blacklist. They need this Turtle either on... Oh my God.
And they have the,
they need
they
it
have
so
the priority.
Oo.
They have the priority kasi may retry sila eh.
They have the
Yung
better
NXP
early
wala.
game as well.
Oo. Walang retry dito si H2O. Unlike dun sa mga former games, yung previous games na meron sila dito sa series na to. But let's talk about that later as Yawi is just tanking up everything. Tingnan natin kung sino nga ba makakuha neto. Will the retribution count? Yes, it will. Ultimate dito. Flowing blood. Kailan papasok? Hindi nga ipipilit. And that is going to be a win for the side of Blacklist International.
Ayaw talaga. Ayaw talaga. And to be honest, you hit it on the dot there. Yung power ng Blacklist on the early game is going to be on full clips retry, which is hindi naman basta-basta, alam mo yung pag naka-purify si Carry, it's not something you can use right away in battle, especially when taking those big objectives. So, ang plan nila dito, for NXT Solid to get objectives, they need to zone out. They need to win a team fight muna para mas konti yung magiging aagaw.
Napaka-importante ng pick-off. Napaka-importante
Pick-off
ng pick-off
para
dito
sa
for the side
NXT.
of NXT Solid. Pero, ngayon kasi, kung titignan nyo yung lineup nila, since wala silang retribution, they have no priority whatsoever doon sa may mga turtle, doon sa Lord as of now. Maybe later if they win fights, pero kasi retribution isn't really everything. Kumbaga, it just sets you up para doon sa mga certain fights na mangyayari pa sa mga susunod na, sabihin natin, sa mga susunod na oras ng game na to. Right now, 5 minutes into the game pa lang tayo. We only had our first turtle take dito for the side of Blacklist International. NXP Solid, they're really taking their time. Kumbaga kanina, aggressive talaga sila to take the fights dahil naka-lance. Ngayon naman, since nakaka-carry sila, pacing lang. Hindi pwedeng masyadong action.
Hindi pwede. Hindi pwede. They need to slow down as much as possible. Pero looks like Blacklist naman gusto namang dumire-diretso sa labanan. With full clip getting another kill there. Orange and turtle buff on this Ling is just so good.
Oh, pero doon sa may baba, nakikita mo naman dito, nakaalis na si Edward agad-agad. And that is going to be the certain advantages of winning or having a better hero para doon sa isang side lane mo. Kumbaga, nagkakaroon siya ng priority din doon para i-take down yung turret. And right now, NXP Solid, may access na yung Blacklist International dito doon sa may purple buff area nila.
That's right. And the buff's gonna be important, but ito ang mas importante. Itong turtle buff na to, pasok Chester into the Raging Sandstorm, not gonna be hitting anyone. Ang away ngayon is on! The turtle secured once more by full clip, at ito na ang big team fight. Masakit sa likod si Aqua. And si Eso naman hindi na kayang tiisin ang bawas din ng NXP dito. Lalaban at forward si Yawi. Disengage muna. For the meantime, it's a 1-for-1. Turtle on the side of Blacklist.
Okay, good yung ginawa ng Blacklist International doon. Alam nila may priority sila, kaya pinilit nila yung pag-take ng turtle na yon. Ang ginawang tama doon ng side ng NXP Solid is they take down full clip agad. So, ibig sabihin, yung turtle buff, naglaho lang.
Tama.
So, hindi rin na-utilize yun totally. ng
So,
Blacklist
deny
International.
kumbaga.
Deny. It
Oo.
was denied. Nakuha yung gold pero denied pa rin.
Exactly. And top lane naman, makuha ng NXT Solid ang Torre. Pero lang laban, titignan natin kung sila pa rin ang makakuha. Pasok naman si Chester.
Si Chester dito, siya ang naipit sa may gitna. Yawi dito, will he get caught out?
Naklap yung gulong.
Nakalap yung gulong. Nakalap yung gulong. Hindi, matibay na gulong yan.
Matibay.
Matibay na gulong yan. Hindi mapaplat ng basta-basta yan.
Oo. And I think that's fine. Getting a tower is good, tas disengage. That's what NXP needs to do. Again, habang tumatagal to nang wala sila masyadong na-suffer na losses, hanggat di sila nawawalan ng Torre, okay si H2.
Okay.
Tatagal at lalakas tong carry na to. Kailangan lang, yung ibang miyembro din nila is kaya makipagsabayan mamaya. Diba? Kailangan hindi papers.
Yun yung ginagawa dito ng NXP Solid. Kumbaga, sige, nananalo sila ng fights, nakakuha sila ng pick-offs, pero hindi nila nakukuha yung turrets natin dito sa may mid at sa may top basta-basta. So, there is time for NXP Solid to react. Katulad nga nung game number 2, sinabi natin na if nag-scale dito si Alice, magiging malaking problema yon sa side ng NXP Solid nung game number 2.
Tama.
Ganito din naman yung sitwasyon ngayon. If mag-scale tong Alice at nakuha niya yung souls na kailangan niya to get to 50 stacks,
Nako, yun na yun.
that is going to be the start ng pagkakaroon ng problema sa isang Alice dito. On this game.
Neson, hinahabol ng gulong na may tinik. Makakatakas ngayon, hindi. Full tip going on the chase though for Carry. Tempest of Blades going out. And nahila silang lahat ni Kuya Aqua. Dexstar very, very low as well.
Pero si Tams,
Pero
Si Tams nagtatrabaho sa baba.
Ako po, hindi napapansin si Kuya Tams. Edward getting a lot of goal as well. Pero, maganda naman sa NXP. Ito yung sabi natin na condition para magkaroon sila objective after a team fight. Plus, wala sa posisyon ang kalaban. Nakuha nila ngayon ang turtle.
Okay. So, hindi yon totally on the side of Blacklist International lang kasi nakakuha sila
That's
ng turret sa may baba. Na-convert naman ng NXP Solid yon into that turtle. So, sabihin na lang natin, in terms of map control, I still favor the side of Blacklist International just because there is much room to move on. For NXP Solid naman dito, they can survive the next few fights na babato sa kanila ng Blacklist International. At least with H2O, with that turtle buff. At, di ba?
Buhay pa yan.
Mabubuhay siya.
Oo.
At mabibigyan siya ng extra protection na kailangan niya.
Yep, ang problema lang is Chester did go down here on the mid lane, so baka maging problema yun for later. Pero wala namang immediate threat mula sa Blacklist sa ngayon, so
Okay
hintayin
lang.
lang natin.
Okay ka lang.
Yeah. Hintayin lang natin kung may magagawa ba yung death ni Chester na yun.
Oo,
Kasi Blacklist right now, they're just taking it slow as
so,
well.
baba, nagkakaroon din ng away dito. It is going to be the carry. Renegade dito, H2O is the target, and H2O Renegade
Yan na nga ba?
combination. Pinapakita na nila yung pangil nila dito.
Yan, nagsosolo pa si Full Clip. That is not ideal considering Edward was down already.
Actually, hindi naman hindi naman nagsulo si Full Clip. Nandun si Edward. Pero kasi at least nakahanap ng paraan dito para sagutan ni H2O yung Tams. Hindi siya kumbaga hindi siya yung tipong threat na threat talaga. May way para ma-shred, no?
That's right. And speaking of shred, ito na yung bawa sa gitna ng labanan na gagawa ng Alice ni MB. Totoong-totoo na. And Aqua, hirap na hirap ding mag-survive dun. Sa labanan na yun, Yawi zoning everybody once more. Si Chester, pang follow-up sana. Pero hindi na daw muna kailangan for now. It's gonna be the back for Blacklist. At ang push naman para sa NXP.
Tumi-team fight na dito yung NXP Solid. Ano na sila? They are, how do I say this? Confident? In a way, na kaya nila panalunin to. Tingnan mo kung paano nila binibigyan ng malaking problema dito. Yung side ng Blacklist International. H2O dito, hindi nila maabot totally to take him down. Yes, damage is there, pero kasi kinakapos. And H2O has finally joined the 100 kills club in the MPL PH Season 6.
Yes, that's using Akari pa.
Kailan tayo makasasali dyan?
Pag
Sa MPL nga, hindi tayo kasali sa
pag
esports.
nakapaglaro na, oo. Someday. Wait for it. Wait for it, my friends. Kuya H2O, galit. Going for the chase onto Eson. Hurricane Dance, makakalagtas kaya? I don't think so. And he will go down to the power of H2O.
Oy!
Dadagdag pa! Nagkaroon pa ng shield!
That is the passive ng isang Akai, by the way. Kapag siya ay gumamit ng skill, nagkakaroon siya ng armor.
Kala ko makakatakas na
shield.
din eh. Kaso, hindi na pala.
I thought so too. Pero masyado talaga mabilis ang chasing capability dito. H2O making the carry work. We
Ito
haven't seen this hero for a long time. And right now, namamayagpag dito sa series na to. Game number 3.
Yep, it's going to be that carry. Nagbubunyi ang mga marksman natin. Finally, may representative na daw sila aside from Lee Sanshin. Kasi sawang-sawan daw sila kay Sanshin eh. So, ito naman, si Kari naman ang papakitang gilas ngayon. And looking like they are ready for a possible win. And tingin ko, they're on a good way. They're on a good way to getting this. As long as they can protect this Lord, madami silang bawas. Madami silang damage na magagawa sa Blacklist International base.
Yung din kasi, yung dating din talaga kasi ng NXP Solid dito, hindi sila mabuli ni Edward eh. Kasi kanina, di ba, Edward had free reign to go over them. Ngayon kasi, nakuha niya yung Tams, kinahaki nila. Ibig sabihin, para nagkaroon ng sagutan ng problema, Chester dito with the ultimate, nakapag-flicker siya palabas, lumuhod doon, no one goes down.
The 1v1 sa baba nagaganap, Tams versus Show. Renegade very, very low. Mukhang hindi na muna niya ipipilit. And that is going to be the successful defense para sa Blacklist.
Ay masaya sila doon na nakuha nila yung ganong pacing. NXP Solid dito, nag-push lahat ng waves papunta dito sa side ng Blacklist International. And that is a win in itself. Kung may na-takedown siguro isang turret, mas nanalo pa sana sila. But still, the fact remains na NXP Solid dito, they are just moving as if sa kanila yung buong mapa na to.
Totoo yan. And that's just how you do it. That's just how you do. And moving around the map like this is indication na talagang malaki-laki na din yung lamang. Hindi lang sa control sa mapa, kundi pati na din sa gold. Although, it's only 4,000 gold, actually. 4,000 gold at 13 minutes, mukha siyang hindi malaki. Pero, since yung gold na yan is mga nasa hero na tulad ni Carry, sa H2O, kay H2O, it actually does make NXP more threatening. Mas nakakatakot silang tingnan.
That is actually a good point, Rockhart. Still, Chester dito on the other hand. Nahuli na si Edward dito and he gets shredded off. Peel composition. Rose Gold Meteor going to H2O. Tignan natin dito kung paano pipigilan ng Blacklist International yung pagtulak dito ng side ng NXP Solid. They lost one person. How will they hold? And look at this, MB going in with the ultimate. Tignan natin, Eson dito with Hurricane Dance. Yawi getting pushed back. He will go down.
Whoa!
And they stop the push.
Grabe. Yung pasok ni MB doon actually was super commendable. Pero for some reason, they had to pull back. Someone ordered to pull back from there and he had to walk pa atras. While the rest of his team just suffered so many hits. So many third hits as well. Let's go and look at the replay dito. Hashtag Shave the Day on the Gillette Instant Replay. Maganda yung pasok ni Yawi kasama si MB. Pumuwersa na pa-forward pero looks like ang naging problema dun is they were trying to look for Full Clip who was in the Tempest of Blades at that time. And si Chester, napakababa din dun sa laban na yun. That's why they needed to back off.
And that was the Gillette Instant Replay. Hashtag Shave the Day. Rockhart, pacing ng game natin ngayon. Carry is doing work.
Yeah, he actually is doing work. H2O, 6-0-1-4. Kahit na medyo nag-fail yung ibang team fights nila, they're still making it work for H2O. He's not suffering any...
Patatawag ba nating fight? Kasi what they go for is pick off muna tapos tsaka sila sumahabol eh.
Well, fight kasi apat naman silang magkaharap.
Oh,
so,
sabagay.
hindi yun pick off na like mag-isa lang sa mapa.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, it's a fight. Overall, I think siguro they were happy with one kill, pero again, maybe they underestimated the power of Blacklist under the tower.
Okay. Totoo. And kahit si Popol and Kupa dito, nagkakaroon din ng problema yung alaga niya eh.
Nasasaktan eh.
Unless kontrolin mo talaga yan na hindi siya maabot ng carry,
Masasaktan.
talagang mag-unload si mag-unload si H2O dyan eh.
And this is percent HP damage. So kahit gano'ng kataas yung HP niya, hindi siya ganun kasakit. Hindi siya ganun kakakunan.
And kailangan pa rin nila mag-ingat dito. They still have the retribution onto the other side. Full clip dito. He is going in, trying to actually take down someone. MB dito will be the first one to go down. And look at this, Rene J going to the backlines. Aqua dito, iba yung nasipa ni Rene J. Pero sabi niya, kakayanin pa rin naman yan, pero he will actually go down. And that is a godlike for H2O. Nahuli nila dito si Edward tsaka si Eson. Aqua, Dexter, full clip. How do you fight this?
Okay, that's gonna be it. That's the problem. Because buhay si H2O. And actually, full clip is alive naman din naman, pero I don't know. It's gonna have to be another defense game. Napaka-defensive ng dalawang team na to, sa totoo lang. Minsan, feeling ko sumusobra na eh. On a Gillette Instant Replay, we will definitely see na ang laking bagay ni Eson keeping everyone alive in that matchup. At considering yung lagay din ngayon ni Edward, he is not as tanky as he thinks he is. That's why nasobra din yung dive niya going to H2O. That's why na-take down din siya sa laban na yun.
Actually, shoutout kay Manjin. Napaka-lupit ng galawan niya. Rinig na rinig yung galawan yun sa may gilid. Pero alam mo, Dexter dito, ang sabi naman niya,
down.
Parusahan natin yung dalawang support nila. Yawi and Chester, they go down. Is this a time na dapat kumuha ng Blacklist International ng Lord?
Dapat na yata kanina pa eh. Because they backed off. And now, pabalik na ulit si Yawi sa mapa. That was a 3v5. For a solid how many seconds?
Meron silang ibang plano, Rockhart. They go in, 7-0-5 pa rin dito si Carry, H2O. Sino-zone out sila ng isang aso. Tignan natin kung paano nila gagawin to. RNJ dito, nandun sa may backlines. He is the primary target dito for everyone onto the side of Blacklist International. They're trying to take them down. Jit Kondo, knock-up is there. He's still alive. He will go down. MB dito, nahuli silang tatlong magkakatabi. Surprised! Winter Truncheon, Aqua dito, getting caught out. Full clip on the other hand, nandoon sa may gitna He's trying to push. He's trying to set the pace para dito sa My Lord. But his allies will go down.
Yup. At kinokontrol din siya ni Chester na hindi siya basta-bastang makapag-clear ng wave ng dire-diretso. So he's always being forced to back off. Now this Lord, walang kasamang pupush dun sa bot lane. And feeling ko that is a very good thing para sa NXP. They basically just nullified the Lord take by taking kills of their own after that team fight. So I'm very curious to see how fast NXP got that. And reset na naman tayo dahil longest games na
Reset
naman.
na naman tayo. And yun yung naging tempo natin. Ito yung naging tema natin for the 2 games na meron tayo. Road to greatest games. And kung mabilis tong game 3 na to, anticlimactic yun.
Sa bagay, nga. No? Napaka-weird naman nun. Parang minadali. Kung 12 minutes, tapos agad. Hindi! Sabi ni Ginoong Valdez, todo na natin to. And it is happening. We are on the 20-minute mark almost. Oy, teka! Teka, grabe naman yun! Ayan, Raging Sandstorm palayo, pero nasunog na siya ni Edward with the Molten Sights. Tower goes down in mid, and they are now collapsing onto the middle of the pit.
Nahuli na si Full Clip dito, Rene J with the heads-up play. Aqua, kinakalmot-kalmot siya ni Iori dito sa may likod. Pero Eson, siya ang susunod na tutumba. Rene J talagang gustong-gusto niya dito makuha si Aqua. He will go down as well. Dexter dito, last target, final target for the side of Blacklist International. And they are going to march on. Nagmamadali dito yung mga members ng NXP Solid. This is the long march. This is the long march.
Sige, sa inyo ang Lord, amin ang base!
Sa inyo ang... Oh my goodness, NXP.
Oh my God,
Sa
NXP.
haba-haba na nangyari, they return the favor. They win this series. 2-1. NXP Solid. Pangalawang beses sila nakita. They got over the hurdle.
They are over the hurdle and the drought is officially over. We're on a streak here for NXP. Another 2-1 victory for the day.
Drought aside, nakita mo dun, tumapik-tapik pa talaga si MB, no?
See that?
Hindi.
Ganda magalis.
Ito yung tinatawag na confidence.
Confidence, man.
Kumbaga, na-build up na uli yung confidence nila. They know that they can do that. MB, ibaba mo pa ng onti yung ulo mo para makita namin.
Sayang naman.
Pero alam naman natin kung ano yung tsura nun.
Oo, syempre. Pero
baba pa rin ng onti.
baba pa rin. Ayan! Oh, may control. May control.
May control. Oy, Yawi, ano yan?
Oy! Tay tayo dyan. Sorry po, Ginoo.
Kidding aside, this series is one for the books.
One for the books, absolutely.
Blacklist International, nung una silang beses sila nakita sa 6-man setup, it didn't really work well for NXP Solid. That's one of the stories na, alam mo yon, it really ignited a lot of the heat sa may social media. But right now, for the second time around, sabi nung iba kasi, yung last win ng NXP Solid, alam mo yon, parang sinasabi nila, may mga doubts pa eh. Pero dito with this win, I think NXP Solid.
Ito na yun. Just solidify na nila.
Baka hindi to binigay sa amin yung panalo na yon.
It was not a fluke.
It was not a fluke. And dito naman sa series na to, pinakita lang nila na they can go head to head with the best. Blacklist International, thank you for giving us a good series as well. Yung crew, napakagaling nyo. But it is going to be Next Play Solid's win para dito sa series na to. Shinbu, ano nga ba yung mga kailangan namin malaman dito sa series na to? Ikaw na bala.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga bitikang casters. Game number 3 concluded 2-1, of course, with NXP winning for that part. You were thinking na, actually NXP talaga yung mananalo because they have the better control for that composition for that game in the early game. But there's some key moments no na nakakapag-punish naman din syempre yung Blacklist International, especially with Chester. I mean, ako napaka-tolerable ko pa. Pero kanina, may mga moments talaga na uhuli si Chester that I think it is too much, overestimating the kits na meron yung Khalid dito. And I also want to point out no yung anti-heal item dito, which is onto Aqua. although hindi ganun ka shining para sa laro natin, you have Yawi on the back siya para lang ma-deny yun sa Blacklist International para maging okay talaga yung sitwasyon ng Alice natin dito. And there are so many moments where MB played really well and made some game-changing setups, especially nung transition na tayo mula sa mid-game hanggang sa late game. Nakascale na rin yung ano niya eh. Nakascale na rin yung Alice niya eh. At di ako magugulat, di rin naman ako magugulat na talagang mag-stall out yung NXP dito. Kahit may lead na sila ha, kahit may lead na sila onto the early game, at mag-stall out sila patungo sa late game because this is a carry composition. And look at that, H2 here. Kanina pa yung lamang na yan. That is consistency in itself, no? 11-0-6, napakalaking boost nito para sa KDA ni H2. And again, late game, kaya rin naman naging okay yung Alice. Now, final review of this itemization. Also want to mention yung mga anti-heal, no, na holder dito sa side ng Blacklist International. Normally, yung mga anti-heal items, for example, Deadly Blade and of course, a Necklace of Durance, yeah, matik naman yon. Ilalagay mo talaga yun sa Alice. But the thing here is, ilalagay mo talaga yon against Alice, no? But the thing here is that you'd want this kind of item sana sa mga AOE, sa mga efficient na spells, no? Yung mas maraming tinatamaan and hopefully short cooldown. Short cooldown naman talaga yung kaya Sicilian. Pero kung ikukumpara mo dun sa mga napakadali ipatama tulad ng Planet's Attack, tulad nung kaya Rafaela, medyo hindi ganun ka-evident yung anti-heal mechanic mula doon sa side ng Blacklist International. Had it been it's a back siya, siguro talaga at top ang nakuha ng Blacklist International doon sa running draft, okay sana yung naging control nila kay MB. Also want to mention, very, very wise pick up on the carry here ni H2. Kanina binanggit natin kung bakit nakakabuelo at bakit napaka-stellar ng performance ni Eson doon sa Akay. Dahil yun sa meta natin na nawala na sa pabor ng tulad nila Kimi, nila Kari, mga marksman natin. You know, Season 3, Season 4 meta at tumungo nga tayo sa mga tulad nila Ling, Lancelot, and even go as far as Hayabusa. No? Kita nyo dito yung damage na ibinuga ni H2 and even the third damage that he has contributed for his teammates. No? Malaki pa rin naman yung nasuke up na damage ni Eson dito, but this time with a very high death count para sa kanya. That is 166 deaths for his KDA, maring his KDA. I can say that Full Clip played out of his mind as well in this game for the Ling, ever so threatening. Pero countered talaga eh. You know, Eson, di ba? Siya yung enabler ng Blacklist International simula pa nung game number 1. At pag ganito na yung peak, mahirap na. Now, on to the highlights, no? Sa smart highlights of the game, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many key moments doon para sa game natin. Pero for the most part, it is a back and forth fight, no? It is gonna be slow kasi carry nga naman yung NXP dito tapos meron pa silang Alice. Kaya makita ka ng malalaking setups, no? Pero mababagal. And some chase downs din na nangyari dito sa laro natin. Commendable attempt doon mula kay Full Clip on actually catching H2. Kasi alam niya pag na-disable mo si H2, okay na eh. But the thing here is that H2, nasa 14-minute mark na pala tayo, mga kaibigan, he itemized really well. He just played it onto the basics. Doon nagsashine talaga si H2. It's about consistency. And eto yung Lord Fight. This is the moment where the big difference between Edward and Rene J seems to manifest, no? Edward tried to chase carry dito, no? And umabot siya hanggang dito. Nagpapatay na lang siya. I'm not so sure kung pwede pa siya mag-stall doon sa game natin. Pero the thing here is that carry also has the Rose Gold Meteor. Kaya hindi rin talaga basta-basta pwedeng drasuhin din ng ng thumbs. And this is our 19-minute fight. Yup, this is Rene J stepping up. Actually, no? Very, very good catch there para doon kaya Rene J. And that was a very nice death delivered towards Full Clip. At this moment, nagki-clean up na lamang sila. And we go back to that head-to-head, no? Rene J and Edward. And for this round, ang nanalo clearly, I see Rene J, mga tol. But our MVP of the game, without a doubt, would be of H2. I did mention Yawi. Doon sa siguro una nating dalawang laban. I'm also mentioning Rene J. But this time, it is gonna be of H2, no? Something that is back to basics, you know? You play the hero counter. Sabi nga ni Chester dun sa dating interview niya, hindi namin sa meta-meta. We'll just play kung ano talaga yung direct counter and of course, trust in our skills. And this is H2. Keyword para kay H2 is consistency. very, very consistent, no? There are some moments na paparusahan si H2. I can recall his Hayabusa, I can recall some of his games, even to the point na Blue Fire yung kalaban nila. But as long as H2 is enabled, as long as he has a very simple win condition, and that is no insult, no? Like, he will avail of it. He will avail of it. The idea is kailangan reliable ka, no? Reliable. Bilang carry. Dapat reliable ka bilang carry. Yun yung parang headlights ngayon para sa mga carry natin. And this is the kind of players that totally capitalize on the 1-3-1 meta natin. Kasi naman, napakalaki talaga ng invested sa carry mo pag naka 1-3-1 kayo. So, ayan ang ating MVP. Now, let's move on doon sa ating, antayin natin syempre lumabas yung ating interview, mga tol. But that series is totally one for the books. And I got a signal that our interview na nga is ready. I think we will be interviewing Yawi, pero tingnan natin. It is gonna be of Yawi. Paring Yawi, can you hear me? Tol? Narinig mo ba ako?
Oo, apo.
Okay. Kumusta naman kayo dyan? Yan. Kumusta kayo dyan sa bootcamp nyo? Kumusta ikaw? Kumusta ang team nyo?
Okay lang po, todo practice talaga. Wala nga po nagtitiktok sa amin.
Kamagan, walang?
Wala nagtitiktok po talaga.
Yun ang maganda.
Focus po talaga kami.
Okay lang malaman namin ng konti. Kasi ang sabi ni Chester, kailangan talagang magbago. Umamin si Chester din last kahapon na naging kampante kayo. May kailangan talagang baguhin. Can you share us a little story? Paano nangyari yung pagbabagong yon? Anong exactly ginawa nyo as a team? Over the past days?
Po. Kasi po nung past days, iba-iba po kami ng body clock. Tapos,
isa yun, okay?
Ngayon po, nung paghahanda po namin, gumigising na po kami ng maaga po. Mga 9 or 10 o'clock po gising na po kami, tapos diretso na po hanggang gabi po. Tapos maaga po kami nagpapahinga po.
Oo.
Tapos sa gabi po,
pwede malaman, mga anong oras yung pahinga nyo? Mga anong oras yung pahinga nyo?
Mga 11 or 12 po.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, dati, dahil iba-iba yung body clock nyo, parang nag-aantayan para sa practice, ganun ba?
Opo, nag-aantayan po gumising.
So, no, medyo nagkaroon din ng problem sa disiplina nung mga nakaraang araw. At ngayon, naayos na.
Opo, naayos na. Sabay na po kami. Tapos sabay-sabay na rin po kumain.
Okay, actually, Tol, paring Yawi, you were crazy on that game number 1. That is a very, very strong performance on that game number 1. Ano yun, Tol? Pwede bang malaman saan nanggaling yun? Kasi naobserbahan ko yung dati mong mga performances, may mga slump talaga eh. Pero itong Kufra, itong pagbabalik mo sa Kufra, can you describe it to us a little bit more? Bakit ganun yung paglalaro mo ngayon sa Kufra?
Ay po kasi focus po talaga ako. Tapos yung Kufra po kasi, main hero ko po talaga yun. Tsaka, lagi, po kasi yun bannable po yun eh. So parang hindi na po kami nag-expect na magagamit ko po yun. Kaya nung na-open po, ayun po, nag-focus po talaga ako.
Well, totoo. Actually, yung performance mo doon sa Baksha and Kufra, iba talaga yung level din eh. Diba? Iba rin talaga pag comfort pick. Paring Yawi, eto na, I'm just giving this moment for you. Pasalamatan mo, lahat ng gusto mong pasalamatan personally at para na rin sa inyong team NXP.
Shoutout po, salamat po sa sponsor namin sa Next Play, tapos sa buong Aether family yan, sa mga pamilya ng bawat isa namin, sa mga sumusuporta. Sa mga kaibigan namin, yan, maraming salamat guys. Saka sa sponsors namin yan, Next Play. Saka sa girlfriend ko kay Andrea Angeles yan. Mahal na mahal ka.
Ayun na, ladies and gentlemen. Parang Yawi, maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Commendable performance mula sa iyo bilang tank, and of course, commendable performance din mula sa
Thank you
NXP.
po, thank you po.
Thank you so much, paring Yawi. Alright, yun na yun. We have a nice momentum coming back. Dahan-dahan. 2-1 kahapon, 2-1 din ngayon mula sa side ng NXP. And I think it's giving some good signals para sa mga fans nila. We are onto the second half of ating regular season at maraming repeat matches kayo matutunghayan. And you'd want to look forward to it. Of course, commendable performance as well para sa Blacklist International. It was a beautiful series. Quite a long one. Bren lang malakas para sa ating usapang MPL. Again, unstoppable at their current form. Which teams has a chance to defeat them? Sino makatalo sa Bren? Share insights and get a chance to win skins worth 269 diamonds. #BeLegendary. Sa unang entry natin, we have an answer mula kay Evane Jasper Basabe. Ang koponan na maaaring makatalo sa Bren ay ang Aura PH dahil sa galing ng kanilang laro as a team. I like that. Short and sweet. And of course, doon naman sa susunod natin, we have Noel L. Quiros. Ang koponan na sa tingin kong tatalo o magbibigay ng magandang laban sa Bren Esports ay ang ating back-to-back champion na Aura PH